Welcome back to the pack, guys, and welcome to week 75, day 3 of Arena and the Arena Chronicles. Let's see what we got. We got ticket pulls tomorrow. I think we got Duran today. We have 2 tickets for him today. We'll have our final ticket for Jamiris tomorrow. Oh no, are we gonna get the, maybe we'll get next week before. What's pack-a-lackin', mate? Nothing much. Been busy this week, so that's why the actual thing has been pushed off. The episode's pushed off this late. I'm home. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Been running a bunch of errands and stuff all week, but today was the most of it. Feels like. But yeah, we're doing pretty good here. I feel like Talent Blossoms, Awakening Plus. We could probably give this guy another point of agility. I think we got that yesterday from what's it called? Oh, 2 points there. That's nice. Gave him 2 points. Wow. This guy has so much agility that occasionally it'll give him 2 points per thing. You know? It's a lot. A lot of base agility. Okay. That aside, did I get any Awakening Plus? Did I get any special units for that from yesterday's polls? Don't think so. Oh, we got Hellion. It would just go to MP, so it's not really a big deal. There we go. Every point counts these days. Alright, let's see. There we go. This guy's done. I might not put any towards his wisdom, because I don't want him to get... Nah, it doesn't matter. He's never going to get used. So, may as well. Now, what about you? Yeah, we could put that in defense. That's not bad. Don't want him to get too smart. Exactly. He might know his worth and ditch the crew here. But no, units that I actually do plan on using in Arena, I plan on making sure that their stats don't get too bloated, so their CP doesn't climb. So, you know, when an opponent sees me in, like, GVG, the CP looks lower than it really is. You know what I mean? Just it's a small touch, you know, here and there. It's just stuff like that. But a unit like that I don't plan on using ever, I guess I may as well beef up all of his stats. Why not? I mean, he's never getting used anywhere. So it's, the logic checks out, let's say. Alright, let's go for our ticket pull. Since you did tune in earlier, you get the special surprise here. Everyone else is going to be wondering, what did you pull? Be like, you shouldn't have tuned in so late. Yeah, I'll tell him. I'll tell him. I mean, they're ticket pulls. They're pack ticket pulls. They're not gonna... We already know what the game's gonna do for me here. Nothing. Once a year. That's what we're looking at. Once a year. Heck, it might be once every 2 years. Who knows what they're gonna do with me. Yeah, there we go. I do feel better about paid pulls, because if I do tact cards, like the special tact cards still count as tickets. Because with tact cards, with the tact points, I buy tickets. So buying tickets will pretty much, you know, my ticket luck, if it is real and my ticket luck is shit, me spending money on tact cards for stuff like this probably isn't that worthwhile. Whereas the paid banner might be. Like, again, sample size. The tickets also don't destroy pity. That's true. I do like that they don't destroy pity. So we got that going for us. I'm just taking stuff for what it could be, or is, or isn't, or whatever here. Undying Troop. I guess if I do kill them, No, that's not true. I could at least kill 3 of them, can't I? I could at least kill 3 of them. Well, that seemed like a false advertising there. I don't know how I feel about that. They lied to us. Those bastards lied to me. All right. Here is our positions. It's a unit I'm more scared of, the Gigante or the Archdemon. I hit Demon. Gigantes is closer. There we go. It's not like these guys could crit me anyway, but, you know, whatever. Did he just suicide himself willingly? Nice. He could have hit just about any other unit. I guess he didn't have the damage reduction, the 1% damage reduction, so he was the obvious target. And the other guy had Spell Reflect, so he didn't count for anything. So. Just a little funny. I would absolutely destroy Marcos if I could, guys, but he's in the wrong slot here. Pelote is a IRL friend, I think. I think he's a little chill compared to Tukey, but he is a Tukey friend. I'm scared of fast teams that have the dragons. I'm scared of this. This is the kind of team I'm the most scared of. Just beat the bot. Well, let's play spot the bot first, because I don't see it. But you know, spot the bot, and we could try. We could definitely try that. I'm up for it. Spot the bot. I mean, actually, this is not a bad team. It's just scary because the Sorrow's too awake. Too awake Sorrow is pretty freaking scary. Just figured you would take forever. Fair enough, man. I mean, fair enough. Yeah. I couldn't blame you for thinking that. Archdemon. Well, I'm gonna have to build some insane agility, but it still might not be enough because I've encountered a Sorrow that's killed me anyway. It's easy. I don't know. This is the exact kind of team that messed me up during Sizz Week with that tiny ass map. This map's not quite as tiny, but it has a similar thing going on, so it's dangerous. Whoosh weakness, great for Schleiman. Okay. The confusion for Gorsby, so that's good. Sorrow can be paralyzed, which is also good. I'm not going to bring a 4th unit. That's just suicide. Can't outspeed any of those guys, so building the way I have built is great. And we'll go for it. Yeah. This could cost us the week. I don't know. We'll know when I load into it, and I'll let you know. We'll see what how quickly Sorrow moves here. That's going to determine a lot. And his positioning. Oh, the positioning is already great. So right off the bat, the positioning's good. Let's see. Balote. He doesn't have any learned abilities. Really strange. I don't get the... Okay, no learned abilities apparently on Pelote. So, fairly interesting. He doesn't even have the agility. Or he does. Why is his Gorsby so slow? He has minus agility here? HP, bang. So we know what that is. Zap type brilliant. HP, zap type brilliant. How's he so confused? How's this Scoresby so slow? It's not supposed to be that slow. Not from, what I've seen. Okay, well, we'll hit him. How we'll hit him. Yeah, it is, maybe it's defective. I I don't know. Is this a glitch? He didn't have the minus agility armor. No, we just checked. It was, you know what armor he was wearing? He was wearing the liquid metal armor. And then he had the zap sword. The zap sword. The A rank zap sword. I think. So it's just, it made no sense. Like, I don't get it. And the node here only gives like 15, the little mini node. So even if you skip that. Oh, you need to use the extra stuff there? Okay. All right. Let's see. We're 6 movement. He's at 8. Okay, so if we want to reach Goresby, we could probably do it from here too. Hence why he seems slow. Okay. If we want to reach Goresby, we could probably do it from here. We could probably move you there, to be honest. And move with Dole. Because Dole only needs to go to this tile. Oh, sorrow. Crimson cuts. Damn it. Okay. We'll keep it kosher, which looks kind of like this. And I thought it hit start. Okay, and something like that, I think. Should be able to kill Dole, kill a few units here. 1, 2, 3 against Dole Magus. He will be here. You could actually hit that tile. So that's good. I do want to kill Sorrow instead of damaging Dole. That seems like the better course of action here. Sorrow seems like you'd have to actually move in a lot closer. Yeah, this is good. This is good positioning. Scoresby's gonna have to take that one tile. Possible crimson cut? No, no possible crimson cut. Oh, but we don't get a confused Goresby. Well, that's not good. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, you moved first. Yeah, but I don't know how I feel about this, man. Does Slime Tank get his movement? When does he get his movement up? Odd turns? Shit. 1, 2, 3. I could hit the confusion pretty quickly. You're not weak to zap, but you still got problems. Let's be real. Definitely think I should be hitting Goresby. I mean, Sorrow. Sorrow should be hit here. Goreboy can do some serious damage even without Brilliant. Yeah, that's true. Maybe I could box him in. I could stand right where he is, where Sorrow is, and not let him move in. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that could do it. 11% chance, 3 or 4 hits. Yeah, I could probably do that. You have higher defense than Dole, so you might not end up being a target. Okay, so how do I play this out? Crit. Okay, chill, dude. Chill. Chill. All right, chill. Breathe. Breathe. Stop being a crit head and just go. Dickhead. Why are you being a dickhead, dickhead? Such a dickhead. Look, this fucking light resistance, too. That actually makes this not go to 1 HP. That's kind of irritating. Kind of irritating, I'm not gonna lie. But I have to do it, I think. I think I do. Yeah, something like that. Or I could put it off for another turn and just keep going here. Delay everything for a turn. That's another option. Could work. Physical's not boosted, so I could move that guy over to the thing. 1, 2, 3. I don't know, man. Yeah. Yeah. I just didn't expect Goresby to move to that tile. Specifically. Maybe I would have done things differently had I known. Let's just go all in. I mean, what's the end of the world stuff thing? Y'all will get to see my demise here. I mean, my only chance with this is actually, man, I do want to hit this guy, but I know I shouldn't, and I can't. I shouldn't. I should really do the multi-hit on Sorrow, just in case. I could just ignore Dole and hit. I could hit Sorrow with World Maker. RTA is gonna kill pack. I mean, I don't mind it. It's like, because it's like, okay, so I could make a decision here that costs me a unit. But RTA, it's like, it doesn't matter if it costs you a unit, because if you take a risk and you hurt them worse than they hurt you, that's fine. But the trade-off here of losing a unit is you lose the whole week. It doesn't make sense. So the thing that I'm trying to work out mathematically here is, do I take the safe route? And it's not necessarily a safe route. It could be one of those things where it's like, oh, I pulled back and it cost me when I should have went all in, right? So I could multi-hit Sorrow right now. He would be dead. And then I could try for Confusion Breath on everyone else. Wait, is this guy weak to Confusion? No, he's not. Okay. So there's a chance there that he lives, I think, because I don't know how hard my Confusion Breath hits. I could check from the last... I could check from the last thing, actually. Let me scroll back and see how hard it hits.
Error, to be honest. I look at that. Here is... Closer. Crit me any.
Okay, so it's gonna hit...
There we go.
492, so it will not kill... It absolutely will not kill him. It absolutely will not kill him. Or, again, I could hit him now, and I could do the multi-hit on Sorrow with Maldragor. I think that's a better play. I think that's the better play. I could be wrong, but I think it is the better play. So let's go for it. Let's multi-hit him. We'll multi-hit Sorrow. We'll be fine. We'll be fine, okay? Okay? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So Molten Exhale. Dole should be able to just go here. Actually doing burning on Goresby might be better because I don't really need to kill him now. So the odds, because I don't want him to try and even hit Maldragora. I don't think he would. I think the Typeless might hit Dole harder than the Zap would hit Maldragora, but I'm going to try for the burning. Okay, missed it. And Bastard. That's scary. That... Ah, shit. Okay, fuck me. I should have just paralyzed Dole. Someone should have worked out the math for me, though. Shame on you guys. Awful. Awful. You didn't do that for me. You could have totally... 3 kangaroos hop nearby. No! Alright. Should have tried for the paralysis again. Okay, no crits. Yeah. I guess I should have just chanced the crit and paralyzed Dole. If I paralyzed both of them, he would have chose a scarier target. You weren't getting it. He would have ran... Okay, so Dole was blocking him. I was hoping he might go for the Typeless instead of the Zap. And go for it on Dole. Because Dole had a lower defense. But the Zap ability is a stronger ability. I was just hoping, okay? Oh well, misplay. Yeah. I mean, still... Oh, did I get a good shield roll? Yes, but no. I'll show you. I want triple HP, but I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to leave it as is for now, but I'm going to farm a whole bunch of them. So, yeah. So yes and no. This is what it looks like. Yeah. It's okay. The only thing I'm really thinking about, it's like, okay, it's going to help me against Archdemon, which, whatever. And it's going to help me against, like, Erdrick's Bang spell. There's not a lot of Bang spells that I'm worried about, you know what I mean? It is a scary week. It is a scary week. I had to face a team that was a bit stronger than it had to be. Definitely should have taken the other chance there. Definitely should have taken the other chance. I had a 60% chance of succeeding, and I didn't, though. Did I get Murd on the free tickets? No, I used a paid banner. Should have watched my stream yesterday. It was wild. One, two, three. Too late for you? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Let's see. Who am I going to hit here? I really don't care too much about the week now. I could probably kill Sorrow. Yeah, let's just kill Sorrow. That sounds like a good time. Temporary, so yeah. I think we're gonna stick with this. How about until... I think we could stick with this until we're caught up for, I don't know. Once when we're caught up, say, Forest Guardian. Let's hit this. Frizz, whoosh. What am I worried about? Not the whoosh. Okay. He did Murdaugh. What were the other 2 paid banners? I did 4 paid banners, didn't I? I think I did 4. From my memory. I did not do Durin. I did Jamirus. I did Malluminary. I did Maldragora. I did Murdaugh. I'll put a timestamp. I'll edit the stream and I'll add the timestamp. I'll add it later. I'll add it after this. I'll just watch the stream and find out when I did it, and I'll put in the timestamps, like little chapters. Only Chase thinks Durin is good. I liked him when I first saw him. He seems like he has a lot more range. I probably spent less money than you have, Mitch, but no, it's not crazy. I just bought the F pack because that was cheaper, but Chase tells people to buy everything. I thought he's saying to skip everything and do value banners, and then he buys everything himself anyway. In general, I would say never do. The new Dolphin, exactly. In general, I would say never do paid banners. But for me, I'm just like, during the crunch, if you want to, guys, if you want to, damn it, I almost pressed the herbs again. I almost claimed them. He did that last time I saw him and Kage. Pack felt like gambling. Yeah. I feel like, okay, here's the thing. I'm going to do roughly 8 paid banners. I've done 4. I'm probably going to do 4 more. And I'm being honest. I'm going to do up to 4 more, or 4 to 8 more. I don't, okay. It depends on the unit. So help me out here. Ghost. How close do you think we are to ending the crunch? How close do you think we are? I'll explain the number, but Ghost, how close do you think? Just throw a wild number out there. 6 months. Okay, that's fair. We are September, October, November, December, January. That's 4 months right there until our anniversary. 4 months until our anniversary. And that's probably when we'll get the 48-hour banners. So for me, I'm either going to stick with it until anniversary and buy the paid banners of units that I think are useful, or I'm going to stick until the crunch is over. So it's going to be 4 to 6 months. So that seems like that's going to be... Okay, so Erdrick, Shenlong, Summer Jessica, maybe Summer Seraphine. I would skip Nemean. Nemean Lion's interesting, but he has issues. So I think that would be my 4. Oh, that is true. That is true. I mean, they slowed it down, but then they sped it back up again, right? So it's back in full gear. So I would say if you guys want, I'm not going to tell people, start spending on this game because that, gambling addictions, other issues other people could have. Um, but like, if if there's a time and you want to save everything for value banners, that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna not pull on anything but value banners. So you might think, oh, pack is, I'm not spending any paid gems on regular banners. It's only going to paid banners. They only slow down for one event, but went back full throttle. Yeah, it was almost like a bait and switch, right? Like they wanted, like, oh, people are freaking out here. We slowed down, psych, and then they kept going. But I don't think people want them to slow. I don't think people realize what they want. They need to rip off the band-aid at this point. Um, yeah, so I wish they gave us more to use in the meantime, but they're not going to do that for us. They've already made that clear. So definitely going to do all the value banners. So what am I sitting at here? I'm sitting at, ooh, Forest Dragon for Game Vision. The good news is they can only do the same pace for 13 events, and then we will be at parity. So they will eventually have to slow. Yeah, once when we're at parity, it's normal again. And once when we're at parity, I don't think I would have a use for paid banners because, look, guys, I mean, our monthly gem income isn't going to change much. Once when we're at parity, it might slow down a little bit because, the more stuff you have to grind in an event, new stuff. But slowing down is really speeding up because we're getting all these extra dailies spaced out for the event that we normally wouldn't have got. We'll get more stuff overall. It's going to be less of a headache. We'll have more stamina. We won't have to refresh as much. It's going to be great. So, and our gem income's already increasing because of RTA and all these different modes that we're getting. So, uh, we should be fair game to keep spending on free stuff. Free. And maybe the 50S banner. That's what I would recommend. Don't spend on paid banners. Only spend if you want to catch up to the crunch. That's what I'm doing. And even then, you know, use your judgment, really. I mean, have some sort of standards. How many gems per day, per week can we get from it? How does RTA work? It's a lot. Uh, I think the shop resets every 90 days. I'm not sure how long each RTA season is. I'm going to start calling it RTM so I don't get mixed up. Each RTM season, I don't know how long it lasts, but it's something, it could be a shit ton of gems. Like, it could be up to like 8, 9,000. I can't remember how many gems it was. It's not, it's not crazy for the amount of hours you put into it. Like, let's say it is like, okay, let's say it's 10,000 gems. It's not 10,000 paid gems, but let's say it is, right? For for argument's sake, it might be 6K, it might be 9K. I don't remember. Um, let's say it's 10K. That's $80. It's $80. So it's like, how many hours are you gonna spend for $80? 2 hours at work, 1 hour at work, something like that, or are you going to spend, um, you know, I don't know, 50 hours in the game? RTA is going to take a lot of time, guys. You're going to think, oh, quick matches, quick matches. Yeah, but how high do you want to climb? Need to quit your job to play this full time? Don't do that. You'd be better off spending a little and working more than working less and spending nothing in this game. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, like, you would be better off working more hours and spending a little here than you would be um, working less hours and spending nothing. Exactly. This game shouldn't be anyone's life priority. Exactly. So, I mean, if it's fun, it's fun. If it's not, it's not. I mean, RTAs has rewards, but they're not worth chasing after compared to the amount of hours you're going to put into it. And it is hours. It is hours. It's not just me because unless your name is Nibs. Fair enough. But really, they did a poll. So Yoon did a poll on his channel. for his viewers on Twitter. Other people also did polls. They asked, what is going to make you quit DQT the most? Out of anything in the game, what's the thing that's going to make you quit DQT? And everybody said RTA. It's just the amount of time they put into RTA. Just RTA itself is too stressful, some people say. The more competitive something is, the harder it is. The less casual it is, the more stressful it is. That's just the nature of the thing. So people are excited for it, but understand it is going to cause problems. It was literally RTA, Arena, this, that. These are the modes that people are like, this is going to make me quit the game. Like hard story. But RTA was at the top. People are going to quit over falling behind other players that get a bunch of scrolls. And because okay, the free gems aren't that much. You'd be better off, again, with the amount of time you're putting in, you'd be better off working more and just buying the gems. But you shouldn't do that. But you'd be better off, mathematically. So what I am saying, I think a lot of gamers have the wrong mentality. They need to be first, or they consider themselves last. Yeah, exactly. So exactly. I don't want to rephrase that. It would be like, the other alternative pack is to work and spend your money on other things than tact. Exactly, because it's like the second you start working and spending money on a game that you no longer play, because you're doing IRL farming, so you could get more stuff in a game. At that point, just take that money and use it in real life. You know? So, God forbid a game makes a mode that attracts money spenders so they could be a profitable. What a concept. Yeah, that is what they are trying to do. That is what they're trying to do. There are a bunch of scrolls in the shop that are useful. There are a bunch of equipment in the shop, namely the sword that is useful. So I wouldn't chase after the gems. The other rewards are really good. Okay, so here's the thing. Money can't buy you that sword. Farming in RTM will. Money can't buy you the Kafriz scroll. Farming in RTM will. So again, if you want stuff from RTA, it shouldn't be the gems, because the gems, I'm sorry guys, just like with GVG, just like with Arena, the gems, they're not worth it. They're not worth it. The only thing that's useful about regular Arena is not the gems. Even regular Arena, where you get like 30 gems a day and this and that, it's okay. So the only thing I could grab here is a few these Omni stones, alchemy stones. Sorry, like for, I don't know, vests and stuff, jackets and clothes, and these could be a little unique. You know, you could roll a weapon, an armor that you otherwise might not be able to. This is pretty unique. You shouldn't be farming for the gold that it gives you every day. You shouldn't be farming for the gems it gives you. It's not much. Yeah, free gems, again, free gems aren't crazy. They're really not. Really, really. So don't fight for RTM gems. They're not even worth $3 an hour. It's not even a minimum wage job. You're basically in a third world country farming something stupid. So again, if you want the unique stuff in the shop, that go for that. Again, for me, this is the whole reason why I'm doing paid banners, is because for me, in my financial situation, in my investment situation, in the fact that I am going to be going for value banners, and I still want to occasionally get some units out of the units that I want. It doesn't have to be all of them. Auto clickers for RTA. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You could try farming all day and just go through it constantly until you climb to the top. But it's not quite the same. Every dollar into your mortgage, exactly, is more worthwhile than dollars into the game. Yeah, but it's not every dollar of that you're earning that goes to the mortgage. It's every dollar your wife earns is more important. Don't forget that. I do sometimes earn some money. I know you prostitute yourself on the side, but you have to, you have your main source of income. And that's it's definitely the services to the wife to whom you perform your wifely duties, and we all know that. I mean, let's see. I mean, Ghost must be the world's greatest shag or something. Like I don't know what it takes to be in that situation he's in. They definitely did the business first and then talked later, and that's how they got to know each other, was after meeting each other in the bed. I bet he will let you find out. Moral of the story is quit your job, leave your wife, and become number one in RTA. Yeah. So no, don't do do financially stable things. Hey, if I keep opening up these packs of cards right here, I might be doing it right. Good day muscles. Right here? I don't know other than that. Mm, but that's it as far as paid banners for now. Clearly not you, pack. Yeah, I gotta start working out. I am taking my medicine, so for now, I might be able to put on pounds again because my health issues have caused me to drastically lose weight. I'm gonna say that much without saying too much. But yeah, so what am I taking? Right now, I'm taking a gut antispasmodic for gut. Yeah, meth will definitely cause you to lose weight. That's not what I'm not taking weight loss supplements. And they're not weight gaining supplements either. It's just if I fix my underlying issue, I'll be better. Is how he stays up so late. Okay, gotcha. So dicyclamine, that's a gut antispasmodic, anticholinogenic, whatever for your gut, so you get less gut issues. Sucralfate is supposed to be uh, dealing with ulcers. So if you have that going for you, that should deal with some of those issues. And I should be. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. But maybe I could put muscle back on, gain some weight, head back to the gym. Um, we'll see. Hopefully. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. Can you eat meat? Of course I can eat meat. I if I only meat, I feel great, but that's expensive, and it's hard to just eat meat all the time. Um, Plus it's like if you're eating meat and like pretty much only meat, you have to eat a specific kind of meat. You can't just eat meat. Pack wants to eat your meat. I don't know. Is it sustainable? What kind of meat we talking, Ghost? What I cut out your 75% of your liver every 7 months. I think they grow back. That's the thing, right? They say livers grow back. Uh, Vegan meat. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't think I do well with vegan meat. Um, you know you know what vegans need? All the best vegan food I know is made by non-vegans. And that's because they actually know what meat tastes like. Therefore, therefore they can make something more palatable to, I guess, the meat eaters, palate. So, if you guys want to reduce meat consumption in the world, find a meat eater and pay him a lot of money to make something that tastes like meat because he knows what it tastes like. Like Armenians make some good vegan food. We don't typically eat vegan food, but there's, Lent and stuff like that. Armenian Lent. And so we know how to make some vegetarian dishes, some lighter dishes, some vegan dishes, and just inevitably, it's not going to be our entire diet. There's no way. There's never been a culture on the planet before modern times, with technological advancements that have had a vegan society. It's never existed. There's never been like a historical vegan society. There have been vegetarian societies, Indians. I mean, some of the Hindus, some Swedish people, I think, Swiss people, Swiss. Yeah, a lot of them were just on dairy, pretty much. But there has never been a vegan society. Um, I mean, modern times you could probably do it, but that's technological advancements and whatnot and specific research. It is, but they can make it work. I think they could. It's just it's hard for me. Our CSIRO made their own fake meat. Well, there you go. So your work's cut out for you. I think it's possible. I think it's definitely not easy. Crisco. I'm gonna call them Crisco. Cisco. They make Wi-Fi. Ghost's wife must like the fake meat. Yeah, Ghost's wife eats real meat. Makes all the money. Wears the pants in the relationship, and he's the soft-hearted vegan, um, stay-at-home homemaker. Um, well, if he finds a spider, he will name the spider and make become friends with it. Like he's that soft, gentle soul. Exactly. His wife thinks bacon is life too, so that's like her favorite food, according to him. So that's the difference there. He's the gentle one. that will name like a he'll have a spider in his home. He'll name it Winifred or something, you know, or a redback spider that was by your toaster. You had a hard time getting your wife be comfortable with that. I don't know, man. The fact that you didn't relocate the spider in your house, well, you know what? I wouldn't mind spiders in my house because it takes care of the little bugs. But maybe a redback spider, I would definitely relocate outside just in case. If it gets in a boot and you put your foot in a boot, it's biting your toe. So you did relocate Ichiban, but not the redback. Why? Why would you? Why? The redback's the one you want to relocate. Those things could like lay like 200 eggs. Then what do you do? 250 eggs in one little sack. Black widows could have like 250 to like 600 in a sack. Why would Ichiban follow her? Well, yeah, redbacks. It's not just redbacks. The our black widows are the same. They kind of stay still. They make a web and they stay there. They don't tend to move. Oh, you had a redback that ate a lizard? I've seen that before. I know a little bit about everything. I know a little bit about everything. But yeah, those redback spiders could actually eat skinks in Australia. They'll catch skinks sometimes in their webs. You'd think that the skink would be able to eat spiders, and they physically have the capability to do it, and they just don't because they're pansies. He is ahead. He is ahead. He's ahead by like 3,000. I do have some CP to grind out. Uh, I need to spend some gold to stay ahead. I guess I could. I don't see a reason to. Um, I don't know how much CP this is. Like 2,000 maybe here. I could grind this out. Grind to CP. Yeah, this could be like 1 or 2,000 CP for all I know. I could take this to rank 8 as well, but it's not a unit I'm going to use unless if it was max awake. If this was max awake, I would have actually used it. It's a good unit. Magic barrier. Reduces damage by 15% for 3 turns. That's great. In an A rank? That's on Malluminary. That's pretty good. It's the same thing. Yeah, he's a good unit. I would not use him unless if he was max awake, because I already have Thunderbird. But if he was max awake, I would use him. He'd be stronger than Thunderbird at max awake. I've seen the math. He is a bit better. So yeah, I'm gonna farm it. I don't know if I'll take it to rank 8. Might not be worth it. Let me show you my resources so you know what I mean. Rank up. Tingle shot. Yeah. So maybe 3 awake then. 3 to max awake, he would be worth it. But yeah, this is a lot to dump into a unit. I feel like I could do it. It's just I don't know. I totally could. Yeah, probably could. You sent the good and the evil red back. How do you know when it's good and evil? Wait, did you get upset that the red back ate a lizard? Was it a lizard or was it a skink? Because, well, specifically, was it a skink? Because skink's a type of lizard. They are all evil. So why did you keep them? Oh, that's Hutch saying that. You don't know that about redback spiders. What do you know about redback spiders here, Hutch? Let's see. It's like a black widow, but instead of just having the hourglass on the belly, on the bottom of the belly, it has it on the top as well. All evil. Redbacks or just spiders? That is a skink, right? Am I crazy? No, it's a weird tail. It's a stubby tail. Did it get cut off and then regrow? Why is its head is round? Its head is real. Is its head like this, and we're seeing the round top, or does it just naturally have a round head instead of like a kind of sharper kind of point like a skink? It melted. Oh, I guess once when all of its juju, all of its juices were gone, it melted. It was just a husk. Do you think it was a skink, or do you think it was a lizard? Like a different kind of lizard? Because skink's a type of lizard, right? Am I wrong? It's a circle of life until humans do it, and then it's bad. Humans can't eat meat sustainably. Your move, Ghost. Skink is a lizard, yes. But is this lizard a skink? I'm afraid to open up. Let's see. That's a nasty fall. Ankle. What am I looking for here anyway? Ah. No, that would open up Twitter. Darwin was wrong. Oof. Darwin was wrong, guys. You heard it here first. Let's open up this, shall we? I feel like this is a great thing to open up. Honestly, I don't know where my was not lol pack can't read. I'm not reading. I'm just skipping through. What are you guys saying? Just read it out loud to me. I'm lazy, guys. I'm gonna be on the voice channel. I can't multitask here. It's just too many phones, too much stuff. Uh, let's see. I'll be on Kage's voice channel. I know your wife's not home yet. You have no excuses. You can unitask either. My single task reaction time is amazing. I'll have you know. What am I looking for? I already forgot what I was doing on Chrome. Ah, skinks. Here it is. Look at this guy. What's up, Hutch?
What is up? How's it going?
Pretty good. I think we have stuff like this here too. Skinks. Let's see what their range is here. Oh, they're not doing that cool thing where they show like a map of everywhere they are. Habitat. Say habitat. Skinks look like lizards of the family. True lizards. I'm sure there's a skink on every continent, right? Probably. Let me look here. Oh, just showing me pictures of skinks. Shinglebacks. Yeah. This one looks fat.
Those aren't pictures of skanks.
You're saying a different word there.
Oh, skink?
Skink. Blue tongues are fat. It looks like a red-eyed creature. I don't know why. Oh, here it is. Blue tongue. Oh, yeah, because the other skinks are small. This one could probably eat the red back before it could do anything. Look at the midget hands that it has in the front, though. Little midget hands.
That's that descended from a dinosaur thing.
Same thing with chickens. Apparently. That's a fat. Look at that fat tail. It looks like it would get in its way more than it would help it. Like, why? It looks like a second head.
That's
You
exactly what it
you could put extra eyeballs on it and it looks like another head. Maybe that's the evolutionary trait. It's trying to trick predators. Don't get it. This one's a little chubby. We've really veered away from DQT here. Oh, it's monogamous, is it?
My first time holding a shingleback skink. I just saw my first one ever when I went to Tinley, but they're like $10,000 in the United States, and so he wasn't letting people hold it for some reason. So I'm here today with Cooper, and you have your own YouTube channel. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
So my channel's called Cooper Reptiles. I basically cover lots of different things about Australian reptiles. I have a collection at home, care, showcase, about herding, all that sort of stuff. Everything Aussie reptiles, that's all I can work with.
He talks about the coolest things that I can never talk about. And when we were walking around here, we just got in the door, and Cooper saw us, and I'm like, holy cow, I've got a friend in Australia. This is amazing.
You got a friend in Australia.
Tell me which is
Holy
which.
cow.
In Australia and about overseas, they have a lot of different common names. They obviously shingleback, two-head lizard, people call them pinecone.
Yes, for some reason.
Bobtail, sleepy lizards, all sorts. But yeah, shingleback's generally what you hear this part of Australia anyway.
Do you breed them here?
I suppose we're trying, but we're not really expecting
I think they're kind of tough because do they breed for life?
I
Is that
think
true?
they're kind of tough.
Probably one of the only known monogamous reptiles. So basically what happens is every year, a male will find a female, and they like each other, they'll get together, have a baby. These guys only have 1 or 2 babies at a time usually, and they come out basically 50% of the size of the parent. But then they split ways, the two parents, and then the next year that same male will find that same female, hunt her down, and they'll follow her around for a couple weeks, and they'll breed again, babies again, and just keep breeding. There's been scientists that have, I think there's included some pairs they've recorded for about 30 years together, being faithful to each other. So I know sometimes they have these groups that they've marked down, and they drive along this road down in South Australia, and they try to just pick out which pairs together, and it's like, oh, they've been together 25 years, oh, they've been together 15 years. I think they're the most gorgeous little skin ever.
Oh, they're special.
Beautiful.
There's that tricolor kind of calico locality too that's really
Yeah,
beautiful.
they're very, very cool in color. This one's, yeah, look at his
He's really dark.
yeah, pretty much
Even his tongue.
yeah, melanistic form basically is what these guys are. These guys, they're in the blue tongue family, they are Taliqua. They have a bit of a darker blue tongue for some reason. That's pretty consistent on all shinglebacks. This is the.
Are they out in the sun more than the others?
These guys live inland and then just make at it. Because they have these big scales too, it helps them retain more water and obviously the tail, fat and water reserves. And, the scales
Fat
are
water
So
reserves.
basically the trade-off, they're not as fast as the blue tongue, they have the scales basically.
Oh, it's kind of like a camel, but it's on the end of its body.
Bright orange and
Yes,
body and everything.
those are cool.
It's the eastern forms of them, they're dark like this. Sometimes they got yellow banding that's very subtle. But yeah, very interesting animals. And then there's other ones that are like green coloured.
Fat water reserve.
Orange. Whatcha? Whatcha? Whatcha?
It better be vegan food you're feeding it.
Oh, yummy. Delicious orange.
Oh, it is. I was just joking. I thought you gotta feed it bugs once in a while.
Nom nom nom. Yum. Some here.
They eat their own bugs.
Here.
Their own bugs? What, you don't source them? Oh, it's in your
Wanna
backyard?
eat that one? Thinking about it.
Oh, this is not an enclosure. Okay, that makes a little more sense.
You want it, but you're worried.
So it's completely wild.
Hello. Hey, Liz. Kathy. Pretty sure you're Cassie. You know there's more orange, right?
Uh-huh.
You okay?
Okay, got it.
I'm not gonna hurt you, I'm just grabbing the orange. Here you go. More orange. There you are. You gonna eat it? No. You've had enough of me.
Why you gotta harass it like that, Ghost? Just let it be, man.
You're looking for Lizzie, she's under the tiles. He's under the tiles.
It's not interested. Lizzie's not interested in you. Neither is Cassie. No means no. Okay, Ghost. Got used to you after a few days. Yeah, I've noticed reptiles, they do use the body temperature. Like they can, really get pretty close with warm-blooded animals if they're like really cuddling. Oh, it's in your house now, Lizzie? You let it in your house a few times? Did I read that incorrectly? This is your prior house. So you don't know where Lizzie and Cassie are anymore. That's Kay, is a kitty. Pretty alpha too. Look at him, just would be in the same place. Yeah, okay.
Did you want a hand getting the hair tie? Sock it under there and now you can't get it. There it is. graceful, are you? Waiting for it to be thrown again?
What do you feed Muscat? He's a tad obsessed. He is. This, I thought this was like fake. There's no way this one was real, right? Wet cat food and dry cat food. He doesn't care much about food. Okay. You feed him normal food. That's good. Why would you post this? There's no way it's not fake.
I just don't believe that my dog's a vegetarian, so I have this set up right now for you guys to see. We have this really gross, it's like a beef, like dog food.
But why would a vegan buy dog food that's beef? Because it would have killed the cow, right? Or something. So I don't,
And I have this delicious green salad.
Delicious
so
green
I'm gonna
salad.
bring her out and we're gonna see which one she likes. Also, my dog is very healthy.
So
She
the look
loves
of this
greens,
person,
she
you would
loves
think
her
this is a
salad, and I
vegan
don't
who is
force
kind
her
of
to eat her
clueless and
salad. It's what she
that kind
likes.
of
Come
vegan,
here.
you know.
Okay. Okay, so this is Bonnie. She is my little vegetarian. Okay. Now, no, don't eat that. No, eat that salad. Look, salad. Do we need the salad? Here, pick one. No.
I find that funny. Okay, thank God.
Yes, it's a joke. Obviously, it's a joke. My dog is very healthy. She's just a very fast eater when it comes to eating meat.
He's an absolute
That's why
nut.
she needs a licky pad.
What about I've seen people do it though. It's really weird. He gets satire. I have a person on Facebook that keeps posting like their health updates on their dog, and it's a vegan dog.
House I was renting, and
Sorry,
that
hold on, I
winter,
paused that. It's a vegan dog, and all of its teeth fell out. And she did some research online, and she's like, I found out through my research and through, can cats be vegan? No. Yes, cats can't be vegan, but there are some people that are really trying. Dogs, there's a bigger argument there. It's not easy to do, but they've been adjusted to eating human food for so long, much longer than cats, that it kind of works. Cats eat lean food because you think like a rat or a mouse, very lean. But a dog, if they're hunting in packs, they can actually get something pretty fatty sometimes. So they're different. They're a little different. And again, you can't get high, whatever, protein, whatever. So, dogs, again, lady on my Facebook, she was posting about her dog. She's like, I found out through my was it veterinarian, who's also a vegan, by the way, she said, that my dog has a rare genetic disease. And it's like, did you get it tested? She's like, no, she just assumes, because that's, if it matches the disease, that's why the dog's teeth are falling out. And I'm like, I wanted to scream. It's because you won't feed it meat. It's because you're forcing it to have crap. That's why it was just so, it's like, all of her dogs have health issues. Every single one of her animals have health issues because she's trying to force like a vegan diet on them. And it's just, and then everyone in the comments were just so stupid. It was so sad. It was just like, it irritated me to no end. Some people, yes, yeah, they don't understand. They don't get it. They really don't.
Hi everyone,
there's no
so I'm
way.
sure by now a lot of you
This
know
has to be
that I
fake.
have a cat named Prismo that I adopted last year, and
This
I
is
feed
fake,
him
right?
a
He has to be
vegan
some
diet.
sort of
And I know
grifter.
a lot of people freak out when I say that, but it's fine. You can feed a cat a vegan diet, there are specially
He's
formulated
lying.
cat foods.
He's doing this for
that have
views,
all
for
the
money.
amino acids,
There's no way.
micronutrients, vitamins and minerals
He's
that
lying.
cats
He's a
need. They're
grifter or
specially
something.
formulated, and they're vegan formulas. So it is important to make sure if you're vegan and you want to live an ethical lifestyle that you don't contribute to animal abuse, and that means
Screaming about
not
wanting
buying,
to kill babies.
animal sourced foods for yourself, and also not buying animal sourced
He's just a
foods
fucking idiot.
for your
Okay,
companion
he's
animals
not a
like
grifter. I
cats,
don't know who
dogs.
this guy is.
It makes no sense to kill countless other animals just to feed one animal, so that's why, obviously, I feed my cat and my dog and all my animals, even my horse.
I hate to break it to these people. Like, if you drive a car... Hold on. This blew my mind.
I found this butterfly struggling.
How the hell do you have, like, no other problems in the world, but this is what you're doing?
And I knew
Like, there are
I was
kids,
gonna
like, starving in
do something.
Africa and shit, and this is what you spend your time on.
I made nectar by watering down some honey.
Why? You know how many millions of bugs there are in the world?
So I knew I had to improvise fast.
Billions and billions,
I went to
and
a
you're
craft
like...
store and managed to find one pack of feathers that were about the right size. The feather to match as closely to his good wing as I could. It was perfect. Look at you! Maybe he'd have some mobility enough to fly. Come on, try to fly. But he'd still have to remain in captivity. At first, he could only go a few feet at most, and then fall. I work in an
If
office
it's
where I was
genetically
able to take my
diseased, and it's missing a wing, let's say, it could have been attacked by another animal for all you know, but like, it's, you could release this thing and then it got ate by a bird, like, the next day.
Further and further each time.
Like, you, a higher being, let's say, a higher thought process, where there's only so many of us, right? And you're giving yourself over to
Day by day,
propagating
more and
this thing that has its own wiring in its brain that tells it to do what it's supposed to do and lives and dies according to that. And you're interjecting yourself in that process. Why? Why do humans feel like they need to be the one that baby everything, that take care of everything?
I took him outside for some garden
I'm
time.
sure if this lady had like kids, they would never grow up. We should just baby
I'd like to
them.
think it was like he was saying thank you.
Thank you. Why are you projecting? Why would you do that? That's so cringe. I think the dog was telling me thank you. I think the butterfly was saying thank you.
I wasn't ready to
The
see him
fuck?
leave.
Why are you
Worrying about him,
personifying
make it, but one day,
something with like
I
a
saw
simple
flash
nervous
of the
system?
gray feather.
Like,
He
it
was
has a
thriving
brain
and
stem.
living
It
his
doesn't even
best
have a
butterfly
brain. It has a
life.
brain stem.
It might be short and fleeting, but in the grand scheme of things, all of our lives are just a short lived here on Earth. What matters are the connections we make and who we help.
Yeah, I
along the
don't
way.
understand, because there's emotional parts,
He
there's
never
like
gave up.
spiritual, whatever your argument is, there is objectivity. Like, objectively, there's higher parts of the brain that they don't have. They literally have a stem, like a lobster, basically. Maybe even less complex. No, maybe more complex. I think lobsters are really on the low end for complexity. For like, they literally have a brain stem. They don't even have a brain. Like that part that if you get hit on your brain stem, you're probably dead or paralyzed. Yeah, that's what they have. Yeah, this just blows my mind that someone could spend time. Humans should raise humans. It's what you're built to do. I don't know. This is like, show this to someone in a third world country and they will be so fucking confused. This is like beyond I don't know. This is not. It's so weird. I don't get it. Let's see. Dodo, right? Old spider. Faith restored in humanity. Whatever. There was an old spider that couldn't spin its own web, and it was old. And they would take cobwebs from other spiders and give it a place to rest its weary head, just so it could have somewhere for its last, I don't know how many months it had to live, or whatever, or weeks. There's just the projections here are so weird. It's so cringe. I mean, do what you want. It's just so weird. I'm gonna make fun of it. I'm glad you're not one of those vegans. But naming them gets pretty close. Ouch, sorry. I'm sorry, headphone rip. Drop a dislike for that one. I'm sorry. I guess it's just you though, Ghost. No one's gonna stay for this portion of the video anyway. It's gonna be okay. The funny thing is, Kage's gonna look at this just like he looks at the what do you call it? Our report card. And he's gonna see the outside number and he's gonna be like, look at these numbers. This is the terrible player. This is the good player on Arena Watch. He's gonna see how many hours. He's gonna see an hour and 16 minutes. He's gonna be like, Pac spends an hour and like 30 minutes on his matches. That's what Kage thinks. What's
Testing.
up? Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yep, working.
So you waited for everyone to go away just before you tune in?
Yeah, I was having breakfast.
You just wanted me all to yourself. Look, nobody's here. It's just you watching now.
I'm not even watching.
Well, I guess that number's gonna disappear pretty soon. But yeah.
Google Shadow Tanunda, because they've just advertised for wanting casual staff to sell wine and run tastings and things. And that's stuff I did when I lived in the city.
Shadow what?
Tanunda. That's where I live. I'll copy paste it.
That's my best
But just how
guess.
beautiful this place looks. So I'm like, well, that could be cool.
Chateau Tanunda.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying shadow.
Yeah.
Okay, chateau.
I understand the Aussie accent.
No, that's not happening. Chateau is a French word, so I guess you guys are butchering that worse than we do.
Probably. Well, Australia does have the oldest grapevines for quite a few varieties because there was a whole lot of rot that happened that went all through European countries. And so, we'd taken stuff, Aussies had taken stuff, or migrants taken stuff to make wine here. And then so ours had then, gone from being like the offshoot to like the oldest surviving ones because we were so far away we didn't get affected.
Oh, so you guys were
Look
growing
at this
vines instead of growing from seed?
Yeah. How
Okay.
beautiful does this place look?
This is nearby where you are, you said?
Yeah, so I live in Tanunda.
This is where you wanted to work?
Yeah, so not the place of vintage, that'll be early next year. And that one's a lot closer to me, like that one's just down the road. This one's like a 30-minute walk, or like a 3-minute drive.
What is, you walk slow. What's the, what's the main ingredient in most wines that is considered an animal product?
So it's
Typically.
not so much what's in wines as what's used to filter it. So, instead of clay, for example, some will use egg, milk, sometimes fish guts. There's quite a few animal products that are often used.
Oh, because it's like a fine mesh, basically, for filtering.
Yeah, so some wineries don't use any animal products. Some use it for certain things and not others. It really depends. Sparkling wine tends to be more expensive if you use clay to filter it. So I mean, animal products tend to be the cheaper way to do it.
Does it get more particles per parts per million, out compared to the clay?
I don't know. I think it's just mainly because it's cheaper. I don't know about efficacy.
Because I mean, like, think just even a human gut. Like, not a lot passes through. A lot of stuff has to get broke down by your enzymes and fermented before it could actually pass that barrier.
Yep.
So, I mean, they could just use like a sheep or something. That could work too, right? Sheep guts?
Yeah.
Sheep casings.
Possibly. Yeah. But in any case, my job wouldn't actually be making the wine. They're just looking at people to do tastings and everything, because obviously lead up to Christmas is busier.
Oh.
So I was a manager at a place called Dan Murphy's, which is like our like here in SA we don't have wines in supermarkets. You have to go to specific stores for it. And we were like a giant warehouse owned by a corporation that also owned like the massively dominant supermarkets. And because of that, they had the power to go to wineries and be like, hey, you really want to make us our own specific wine that only we sell and stuff like that. What's Bevmo?
Beverage more. So Bevmo.
Okay.
So they have everything alcoholic. Also some, they'll have sodas too.
It's a similar concept.
Yeah, they have a beverage store like that, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was a manager of those, and I ran blind tastings of my own selection in the store that people go to for vegan wines that I'd selected that I thought were good value for money.
It's the IKEA of beverage shopping.
Yeah, that's a very good way of putting it. Yeah, so it was similar to that.
Yes.
So yeah, it's the kind of thing that I've done before, and I'm like, this would be awesome. Like, and I love Shadow Thunder. It's just such a beautiful place. I'm like, hey, that can give me a bit of play money, help offset the rising cost of living.
Did you do any research to see if they used any of these animal products, or does that not matter? Like, what scale do you look towards as far as this ethical view that you take?
What do you mean?
Like,
do you mean for working there? Do you mean for...
Yeah, for your involvement with a thing. You're like, okay, if I eat it, that's a no. If I work for someone who produces it, that's okay. If some people might be like, I won't even work
for... Say, for example, at Dan Murphy's, all the stuff we had, I had my own vegan section. I had things I could direct people towards. But I didn't exclusively just sell vegan wines. So it's like, the way I see things is still the same as everything. Like, what I do is my choice. I don't force it on other people.
Okay.
But, if there is good options... Because, I mean, one of the things I found, especially from people that have gone vegan, went mental about it, like everything should be vegan, it's so much better for health, blah, blah, all this random propaganda, and they stop being vegan, is because they basically just buy into a bunch of bullshit and then leave. So I think, veganism itself needs to have sustainable options for people. So for stuff it's like, hey, here's good food places, here's good wine, here's this stuff, like, if I can help direct people towards that, good. But I'm obviously not going to, go, here's a shit wine, but because it's vegan, therefore it's good, because it's not going to sustainably keep anyone like that.
Fair enough.
I have seen a practice, because I'd update my list every so often when I worked at Dan's, a lot more places were going vegan. That became a bigger trend. It went from next to nothing to maybe a quarter of the wines, something like that, and it was it was going up very, very quickly. So that was pleasing to see.
So,
but yeah,
if you're working...
Most wineries are at least moving towards that sort of stuff. But at the same point, there's going to be no way that they can make wines without killing certain bugs or, having, pest control or things like that. shows tonight they'd have to have stuff to stop rats and other things like that as well. Like there is absolutely no way that you could sort of, I guess, work, live, do whatever, do no damage to any kind of animal life. It's sort of like the whole idea of like harm minimization versus just zero tolerance on drugs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I accept that I'm not going to be able to save every animal. Like, I'm not going to be there designing prosthetic wings for butterflies.
It's not a very efficient way of saving animals.
No.
It's probably going to get caught by a bird the second you release it.
Yep.
Especially
I mean, nature can be very cruel with how, you know, certain things are kept alive with, you know, stuff burrowing into their brain so they can't move, and then, you know, digging them, or, you know, burrowing them, back into their hole, and then, going, alright, I'm gonna lay my eggs inside you and they're gonna eat you from the inside out while you're still alive. Like, but no, the main thing is just, like, I want to, you know, sort of contribute to as little damage as possible. But yeah, I don't think forcing that kind of thing on anyone helps, and I don't think tricking people into it is a good idea. Like, the closest I'll get to that line is when I make food for people and things. Like, I don't just go, hi, I'm vegan, this is vegan food, you're eating vegan food today. You know, I just make food. Most people that know me know I'm vegan, there's still quite a few that don't. You know, but they just like the food, and then they're having, you know, a bit more of a vegan diet, and then, especially for the ones that are anti-vegan, I tend to not tell them.
Very subversive.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Well, it subverts the trope, right? You know, they find out, like, say, a year after eating food that I've made every week. Because, you know, there's, like, for example, my vegan chocolate. Like, there's quite a few people that I train with that, you know, I give them regular samples and stuff like that, and then most of them don't know. And, you know, one of them is very anti-vegan. And then if he finds out, like, hey, he's been eating vegan chocolate for the past year and actually really likes it, then, you know, that'll be like, oh, wow, so it can actually be made good. Like, I had a friend who, when she went vegan, just went mental to, like, everyone about the animal products they were consuming, and here's this vegan stuff, and she'd make vegan food, but she'd just go on and on and on about it. And it was to the point where it was just, like, it just looked weird, and you just didn't want to deal with her. And, like, I was that way inclined, but I still was, like, weirded out just by how, I guess, forceful she was about all of it. But I didn't need to hear, you know, that she doesn't have animal products, like, 25 times a day and stuff like that, and, you know, here I brought in vegan cupcakes, these are vegan, I made, you know, blah, blah, I've got a vegan recipe book, and it just became this, like...
Cult?
Well, yeah, it was just a weird mentality where it's like someone gets into something and they just go all in, like, you know,
ideological possession?
Yeah, and then the weird thing is it wasn't sustainable. Like, she doesn't like hurting animals, but then she also went not vegan later on because she had tons of health issues and then apparently needed to eat some stuff, and that's been a common thread I've seen from some of the most passionate vegans that I've known. Whereas, you know, I'm 7 years going strong and I don't have health issues. Like, I'm doing well for myself, but, you know, I also eat a sustainable diet and I exercise, and I don't just think that eating raw is going to be super healthy just because it doesn't have any animal products. Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, for the stuff I'm missing a supplement for...
Okay.
Which in a vegan diet is a lot of shit.
Okay, so now, from what I gathered, if you're working at a place and you're not gonna look if they, you know, if it's a pure vegan place, you're like, okay, if they're not selling all vegan food, I'm not gonna work here, you know. But you said, you know, you'd have a preference, I guess, if they had a vegan section.
Exactly.
So if they had a vegan section, you'd have a preference for working there because you could direct people to the vegan section every now and then if they needed stuff.
Well, that's what I did now for dance, whereas with this it'd be like specific tasting things and stuff like that, but it's not that uncommon for people to come through and be like, you know, I want ones that haven't had animal products or stuff like that. Be like, cool, I know which one these are because it's, you know, of personal interest to me, and, you know, you can chat about other stuff, and that way, You're not just a host, because the worst ones I've ever seen are the ones who go and pour your wine, tell you how it's the best wine in the world, it's won all these random awards, etc., and every fucking wine they pour you is the best wine in the world and has won tons of awards. If you can actually have like a bit of a, hey, cool, this is what I do with my life, what do you do with yours, and actually talk to them like a normal human being, that goes better. But of course, if they do have people come in and be like, hey, I'm vegan, then it'd be like, oh, cool, I'd love to serve these customers, because then I can direct towards which ones are. And
now, if you owned your own store, so this is not a store you're working for, do the parameters there change for what?
Absolutely, I would then just want it as a vegan only thing.
Okay. But you're okay with working for someone that had non-vegan products, but you wouldn't start your own shop.
It'd be almost impossible. Unless there's a few businesses that are vegan-only businesses, but there's not that many here, and a huge amount of them fail because they're just not sustainable.
So if there were a larger selection of vegan stores, your preference would be to work for the vegan store over the one that had, say, a non-vegan and vegan selection in the store? Or does...
Yep, absolutely, but there is nothing in this region that's like that. So in the city I came from, near there's a few. But there is absolutely nothing here in the Barossa that's like that. So yeah, there's no real opportunity to do that. Starting my own, I don't think would work. It would just be doomed to failure. I did consider starting a vegan chocolate business, but
have you thought about doing one of those Instagram businesses? You know how people advertise through Instagram and they get like their friends are buying their product or other people are buying their product, they just get orders.
Yeah, the problem is that I'd have to fit out the house differently to meet council approval to have stuff, because there's sort of strict hygiene rules and things like that. And while there's no problem here, they wouldn't want my actual like sink or things near it. I'd need a separate hand basing washer that's specifically for making the food. It's just, there's very shitty rules around this kind of stuff.
In Australia? Or is it just your region?
Insurance for et cetera, et cetera. I looked at all the overhead and it was just going to be way too much. So it was almost certainly not going to be profitable unless I was going through drastic volumes of stuff, and in which case it'd be a pain in the ass making it myself, and then I'd be vulnerable if any of the stuff that I needed was unavailable, or
is there
which, ironically enough, did happen shortly after one of the main ingredients I used stopped being made, and then I had to get something else that was twice as expensive.
Is there a certain amount of income that doesn't have to be reported that would be considered a hobby instead of a business? Like, it's like, okay, you only made $2,000 doing this in a year. That's a hobby. Like you're just doing it for fun.
You wouldn't have to register for goods and services tax, or wouldn't have to do some of the tax and things on it, but that still would be classed as a business rather than a hobby. If I just made stuff for a few friends or stuff like that through word of mouth, I could get away with it, but then it's sort of like there's dicey rules around I guess what you can do without potentially running afoul of the regulator, or then having council come around and be like, we see that you're operating something, or you're offering stuff with prices or stuff like that. You don't have council approval to run this in your home. Here's some drastic fine. You need to shut this down immediately and, make all these changes. But
I've never got the concept of fines. I've really never got the concept of fine, because it's like, if you produce that much in actual damages, let's say, right? If they could provably say, okay, by doing X thing, you have caused this much damage to society, and in order to repair it, you should pay this much money, then I would be okay with it. But like, fines in most countries are just like, it's like a punishment, but it's not legal. It's like a civilian law. It's not like criminal law, but it's still,
it's like a civil suit rather than a criminal one.
It's just so weird that they do that, though. It blows my mind. So my aunt one time was working for a government company, and she had one of the clients that came in. She knew the person. You're not supposed to serve somebody if you know them, but she did. Whatever, she did. And if she did that for any other company, let's say it's a privately owned company, right? It's not the government, but it's not like she wasn't giving people like power, something that like a private company couldn't. So it would just be the goods and services or whatever that the government was giving or whatever. She had a conflict of interest, and you could say that about a private business too, but the private business wouldn't have like the threat of, okay, you have to pay a $127 fine, plus it's like 5 years prison minimum or something, and it's like, whoa. But why? She didn't cause 5 years prison worth of damage. Like monetarily, the amount of damages she caused was literally $128 or $27 or something like that. But they gave her 5 years in prison, and you got the kind of gist from the judge, because it's like, well, we want to make sure nobody else does this, and it's like, okay, wait, because it's like, I'm like, why? Because they're like a lot of people get away with it. It's like, okay, so you guys only managed to catch 1 out of 100 people that do this. Are you charging her for being a single person committing this crime, or 100 people committing this crime? Because it doesn't make sense to, you know, um, like slap someone on the wrist hard enough that it scares other people away. Like we literally have a law in America, which pretty much is ignored in this kind of thing. Like the logic doesn't pan out. It's like you're not supposed to do cruel and unusual punishment for law. Like you can't chop off someone's hand.
Yeah, the problem with that as well is the fact that if it's sort of like how only 1 out of 100 is going to get caught, then having a
That's not my fault.
the one that
How's
gets
that?
caught doesn't work. Yeah.
Well, it's like, okay,
it doesn't work as a social punishment, let
well,
alone the sort of unfairness to the person
right.
that's getting
It's
caught.
like, how's that my fault? How's that her fault? That's not her fault that you guys can't catch that many people.
Yeah.
So you should punish the individual for their crime or whatever it is, right? It should have just been a $127 fine, like it would have been a private company. They would have fired her. They would have charged her that money. She wouldn't be able to work there again. And if she tried to work in anything similar, she wouldn't have been able to go there either. It just seemed so excessive, and everything in America is like that. And they're allowed to have, I think it was.
Well, isn't that because America has so much for-profit prison?
I don't know. She didn't go to prison. She went.
Or that may be just a symptom.
She ended up going to the lowest level.
Jail.
She ended up going to the lowest level. It wasn't even a jail. It was a camp, which is, I know that sounds terrible, but that's like our lowest level prisons or some sort of punishment or whatever. I don't know what to call it.
Yeah.
Incarceration,
I get
right?
the idea. It's sort of
It's
like a
low incarceration.
Low risk incarceration.
Right, yeah, low security.
There's stuff like that sort of here where people can go out and actually work and then go back to it at night, or have time out and everything. It's just their sort of freedom is quite restricted.
Oh no, you can't leave the camp. You have to stay the camp the duration of the sentence. But it's still.
Some of them have that, but if they can get jobs or things like that, then let them go out for the job and then come back.
Yeah,
So the idea is that way. When they finish prison, they've actually got something. Oh, October Roadmax got released. Ooh.
Yeah, but the point.
3.0 update early October. Yes, hopefully we'll get our 1/3 reminiscence.
Did you see my stream yesterday?
Lol, they're calling it 3.0 update Festival's Eve instead of 2 years Festival Eve. That's hilarious.
Did you see my update? Did you see my stream yesterday? All of it or just part of it? Because remember the bit where I showed Malcolm's feedback?
Mm-hmm.
You saw that?
I saw the bit on the feedback, yeah.
Yeah. So wait, did we get anything from this list right here where it says reminder to update the Golden Week banner, give us 1/3 reminiscence stamp cost, True Dragon Quest 3 and the 3 learned it.
Update Festival's Eve, so they're calling it that for us instead of 2 years. So I said yesterday to someone on Reddit, like it depends if they can rebrand that, which it looks like they have. So they're calling it that instead of.
Wait, so are we gonna get the 50S unit banner that they got, but a second time?
I don't know.
That would be crazy.
Say any of that yet. It says early October 3.0 update Festival's Eve.
Oh shit! Are we gonna get the 48-hour banners now? Because this is about when Japan would have got them. You know what I mean?
Early/late October, more talent blossoming coming soon. So that means they got 2 lots. One's early October, which is DQT. Mid-October 3.0 update, which means for them that's probably like the 12th or something. And mid-October DQ numbering event. So that'll be mid-October will be
And it doesn't say Reminiscence event, so it would have to be True Dragon Quest 3.
Oh, yeah. So that means, yeah, we're basically going to get a much shorter Festival's Eve or overlap then.
That's fine. We're almost caught up. This
Yep.
is great. This is going to put us on track to getting caught up even faster. Maybe.
Yes, the Festival's Eve. Are we getting like probably 10 days of it or something like that while going to the other? Yeah, because earlier than mid. And mid for them is, yeah, usually like 12, 13, something like that. So, yep, cool. So basically, ours was going to finish, and then we were like 97 days behind. The Festival's Eve, instead of going for a few weeks, will probably go for like 1 or something here, or at least have overlap.
So early October, we get.
So probably
Reminiscence.
14th or 13th or 14th of October, we should get Dragon Quest 3, which means that this whole thing will catch us up another week after the Festival's Eve, which is the second year Gold Week banner thing, I guess. So I predict by the time Dragon Quest 3 True starts, we'll be only 90 days behind.
Okay, so this is how they did it in Japan. They did. You see the Festival's Eve here. They did anniversary, 2-year anniversary Festival's Eve, which was the Gildiga event, and then they did True Dragon Quest 3 after that. With the anniversary.
Yes.
So that's kind of what they're doing here. And if you look at Dragon Quest 2, that's Hargon, right?
Yes.
So there you go. Events coming to Reminiscence. If we get that in Reminiscence, that means we already get...
First year Festival's Eve in Rem and Dragon Quest 2 in Rem, which is awesome.
Right, so we get that early October, and we get a Talent Blossoming early October. We also get Talent Blossoming late October, mid-October's 3.0, which should give time for either the True Dragon Quest 3 will be mid-October or late October with the Talent Blossoming for Zoma.
Yeah.
It says the DQ numbering event's right there, mid-October. Yes, we got a roadmap.
But that's what I mean. So by the time the DQ numbering event starts, which is probably going to be 7 days after the current Dream event ends, because they'll do the Festival's Eve in between, just getting up to that will catch us up another week. So when that starts, we'll be 90 days behind, is my guess.
This is good. This keeps us on track. We should get all the stuff on time. The only thing that they'll have to update is the Golden Week banner if they do decide to do it.
But they might even just call it a 3.0 update banner.
Yeah, they should put it on the Festival's Eve too, because the Gildiga event kind of looks gold, and Gold Week is gold. It would just fit.
Cool.
Yeah. They still need to update that though, but it looks like they don't have to update anything else because everything else is everything else is on time. The only thing that is behind is Golden Week. And again, I don't know if they're going to do the 48-hour banners. If they do the 48-hour banners for the 3.0.
I think they'll just do the 48-hour banners at our anniversary.
Okay, that seems more reasonable. So they'll have to update those then. Those can't have what they currently, what JP had for them. But if they release them now, first of all, I have no gems for it. If they release it now, I would have 0 gems for it. So I'd kind of be... It would suck. It would really, really suck if they released it now. But yeah, if they wait, then they'll have to update it, which is fine. I would rather it be updated. We're so behind on gems.
Because the Blossom, we jumped backwards with the last one, with how they put it, because we were 95 days behind, and then we went to 102, so we actually lost a week. But with DQT and then the Zoma one, having them so close, we should actually catch up, because JP had them start 1st of July and then 30th of July, so they had 29 days between the two, whereas looks like we're going to have less than that.
Let's see their events here in JP.
We'll be catching back up.
So they had the 2nd year anniversary festival swap shop, which did have blossoming mats in it. So if we're getting 2 shops in that 1 month, we should be able to get 80 twigs. 80 twigs. How many twigs does 40 floors of blossoming door get us?
How much does what, sorry?
RTA didn't make it in the roadmap. No, it didn't. But they said that we are going to get RTA soon anyway. So who knows? Okay.
Yeah, we might get that before the end of September. No, we won't. Well, actually, sorry. Yes, I'm on the 28th. You guys will still be on the 27th. So it's quite possible that in like half an hour or something, they'll release a thing being like, "Hey, this starts in 2 days." This is good.
So how many blossoming mats do we get every month from 40 floors of blossoming door? I already forgot.
I don't know. 120 or something at a rough guess. I could be wrong. 140. I may be wrong on that. I don't know.
I'll read what Trop said. We'll try to research and figure out. Just a second, as soon as I could get this down. Fat fingers, man. Okay, so blossoming mats. We should be able to... Okay, those are the new characters. 40 floors. How many bloom recommendations? Blah, blah, blah. Articles. Flowering TOP. Flowering door cheats. How to collect and use talent points. No, thank you.
People are already asking Malcolm about what's coming with it, and he's responded saying he can't say anything, but he said maybe at the live stream next week, and then he writes in brackets, I'll announce the live stream this Friday.
Interesting.
So they're having a live stream next week.
On Friday.
Yep.
Okay.
No, he's saying this Friday he'll announce it for next week.
Okay.
So, yeah, I know. Cool. So for me, Saturday, I guess, and then I can find out what it is.
Okay, so here's the rewards. There's list of characters. See recommendations for priorities. How many do we get, though? Okay. Get more rewards. I wish it would just tell us how many rewards we get here. There are people that have cleared 45, but I guess people haven't cleared up to 50 yet, it looks like. Not that it matters. Maybe. It's not too crazy.
They don't give you much, though. So it's the kind of thing where it's like, great if you can get to it, but if you can't, you're not the sort of worst.
Let me just ask. I feel like at this rate, I'm going to get an answer quicker here. Where should we click? We should click questions. How many iridescent, let's say, blossoming mats? Because I need to know how much I'll need for... Yeah, I know. Fat fingers. I could type on a keyboard, like a full-size keyboard.
No, I can't even see what you're typing. I was just saying, like, it'd be great to know, and I'm sure someone does offhand.
I'll ask the guild, too, just in case here.
Got heaps of content.
This is going to be interesting because you saw Erdrick. He has also, you know, a talent tree that uses blossoming mats, which is like, why? It should have its own thing, but it doesn't. It has, yeah. Let's see, character list. What is this? Oh, this is what this is. Yeah, so Erdrick is going to cost a lot of blossoming mats, and he's out next month too, along with Hargon and Zoma. And I might have enough mats for 2 units next month.
I mean, the good thing with the Dragon Quest 2 and the Dragon Quest 3 blossoms is the fact that it's only S units. I don't know, that may sound weird, but some of Erdrick's stuff is gold and some of it's silver ones as well, so at least those will be fine.
Yeah, those ones will be fine. No one's going to have a problem with that.
I was going to say, silver, I've got everything completely maxed out. Gold, I think there's just one left that I haven't finished.
I never buy those in the shops, the silver and the gold. I just never buy them. You have 0 rank up blossom mats left. Yeah, I'm pretty low as well. I have, let's see.
Maybe because of extra and everything, and the fact they're crunching it again. Hopefully they're like, here's some bonus thing or something like that, but... Yeah.
Okay, so I have 7 flowers and 0 twigs.
Yeah, look at your silver shit. You can tell that you've been doing a lot of it.
The silver?
Yeah, 4257.
Is that a lot?
527 things. Well, I presume so. I assume you've got like a high blossoming doors a lot of the time back when I was like stuck on lower ones, and you probably don't buy a lot of the silver ones, whereas I bought them all.
I never buy them.
I don't know how many I've got,
I
but,
never
yeah.
buy them. I never buy them. Never, never, never. It's not worth it. I mean, sometimes the flowers aren't worth it. I'm only buying it this month because there's some nodes that I'm actually going to rank up for a change. I think KSS, since I don't use them anymore, I think I can actually utilize his knockback for something in the future. So, stuff like that. There's a few nodes, you know, because I skipped a few units where it's like I spent the twigs, but I didn't spend all the flowers. Like, I could show you a few. I know Juliante, I didn't finish. Squid, I didn't finish. So if you look at Squid, I spent all these twigs. I only spent this many flowers, you know. And I did spend the HP, but I didn't spend this one. So, obviously,
fair enough.
One of the reasons why I have so many flowers is because, you know, and so little twigs is because of that. Stuff like that. Again, this one I never finished.
I don't need this right now for anything, so...
Yeah, I mean, I'll get to it eventually, maybe, if ever. Once when we're not crunched. I mean, we have like 3 months of... Once when we're done with the crunch, it's going to be like 4 months, basically, equivalent of like blossoming mats that we missed. Or something like that.
Once we made it up to the crunch, then suddenly it'll be like, wow, I feel like we have all the time in the world to do it, because, you know, some of the stuff will have like an extra 20 to 25% to do things.
But we should have always had that 20 to 25%. You know? But yeah, I know. So, you know, KSS here. His node's not done. I could just do that now. I could just put 4 down now for the headbutt charge, but I'll do that in a bit. Yeah. It's pretty much what it looks like for me. Bianca's isn't quite done yet. That'll be next month. I need 10 twigs for that one. So hopefully I'll have that to spare next month as well.
I've got heaps of gold now as well. I've got like 300k gold at the moment.
I'm getting
That's gone
higher.
Up massively.
I'm getting more now, but it's still could be higher. Got 1.11. Okay.
Yeah, I think about like, I can check after, but like over 300,000 gold and like 72,000 gems.
I have 111k basically gold right now. Let's see. Dream seed swap shop. It's not even a seed, but okay. Never buy the crystals. Unless if it's like the question mark ones. Family crystals. Those could be useful. The gold, I'll get that eventually. Typeless, that's probably what I want to buy.
313,000 and 72,000. Yeah, well, just over 72,000 gems.
There we go. Yeah, I could probably get to 200k in a few days here.
Yep.
Yeah, that should
especially the special missions give you a heap. Have you done the bonus, not in the daily section, but in the other one for Mindini?
I have 20k left here, it looks like. The dream special missions.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to spend a little to do that, but...
Yeah, but you also get 60 of the 100 back from the sorry, not the equipment alchemy, the other one, 60 of 100 back. With the amount of juices they give you. I just did it all yesterday. Just spent a ton of juices and stam and got a bunch of juices back.
Well, I'll eventually get through it anyway, so I'm not doing the juices. I'm just gonna save the juices.
Yep, that's fair.
Try not to be a little too impulsive. Like, that's kind of how this game is. Try not to be too impulsive. Whether you're doing free gems, paid gems, whether you're using stamina, saving the stamina, it's just try not to be impulsive.
Yep.
So.
Oh, so I just like getting stuff out of the way. Now all I've got to do for the next week is just, hit farming for the golem and the other one. So it's just there's no stress or much thought whatsoever on it. It's good.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to do that because it's like if you don't, you're mentally you can't tolerate it and get yourself.
I'm also going to be getting busier towards the end of the week.
As you get.
So,
how's the vineyard stuff coming along? You said you had it 2 months from now. Is the
again, that doesn't start till next year.
Next year.
Yeah. So next month they'll hire for it properly. You just sort of register interest now. It's so weird because they like have an extensive like pre-screening for like the medical and saying all about stuff like that. They had no like why do you want to work for us? No about me. No anything like that. It's literally just put any like current or former employers in education and here's a like few hundred questions about your health. So bizarre. No, for the 1st of October onwards, I'm going to be trying to write 1,000 words a day and get a novel finished in 2 months. There's a writing thing in November that people normally do it in one, but I'd rather space it out a bit because I may end up being quite busy. Yeah. If I end up getting like a solid ore job and everything.
I don't like the physical lock I got. I feel like if I got 1 defense, 2 HP, I would have been a bit more happy.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep trying.
Oh yeah, should we update our rankings? What are you at, PAX?
Update our rankings. CP?
Yep. I'll just finish this battle road, then have a look.
I should be like 3k behind you. And again, I have like 1 or 2k that I could get from farming that battle road that I showed you.
Yep.
So it'd still be behind.
I mean, if you upgraded some shitty units and farmed their battle roads stuff like that, you can end up getting a bit. But it's the only reason I'm punching above my weight.
I mean, I'm pretty good on some of the battle roads. Most of the stuff that I'm interested in, at least, like the inorganics, I have completely done. The demons, I think I have almost completely done. But those are stuff that I care about, because I have a max awakened overkilling machine, so when he does get bloomed, he's just going to be insanely powerful. I'm pretty high on the CP leaderboard for that, too. I'm in the 100s for inorganics, I think.
Alright, once you've finished this, let me know and I'll update it.
How do you update it?
I've just put it in my spreadsheet. So I've got a thing for
jeez.
and then it does it.
Wow. Okay.
But that's the one that I said I got it the wrong way around. So when I was first like, oh, you're 77 ahead of me, I was actually 77 ahead of you. But I
Okay. Keeping tabs here. That's
You what?
You keeping tabs here. You have it on your own spreadsheet. You could always check Arena Watch since we're top 20. You could just check us on the thing, and you could find my.
I could, but I don't really care that much. So I just figure it's a topic of conversation when you're on, and then I can get current rankings rather than Because doesn't it just show it at the end of the day, or does it show current?
I think if you look at the CP leaderboards, it shows end of the day. But I think if you look in the guild, I think it shows current. I could be wrong, but I think it shows current.
Yeah, I don't really care to perv on your guild. I want to hear it from your mouth. I want to see the evidence on your own stream.
I thought you just wanted to see it on my mouth. Yeah.
No, there's something else I want to see on your mouth. That of course is Vegemite. Love to see Pac becoming an Aussie.
I wouldn't mind Vegemite. I like savory kind of fermented flavors. I would just probably have to spread it thin, and that's probably
That's fine. I mean, yeah, for a lot of people,
with
having
butter.
like a layer of butter or Nuttalex or something, and
Wha-
then it thin works.
I could probably just whip it with butter. I could have it like what's it called? Pre-emulsified with butter or something. Just have it pre-mixed. That wouldn't be bad.
One of the best things to do, I don't have butter or Nuttalex with it or anything like that, but you can, but have that. So on a bit of toast or on a bit of bread, the butter, the Vegemite, and then cheddar cheese or equivalent, and have that melted in a toasted sandwich. It's just fucking delicious.
What would be the vegan equivalent for cheddar cheese? What do you guys do, like squash?
A brand's called Cheese.
Cheese.
Came out here maybe like 6 years ago or something. Anyway, it was cheaper than all the other vegan cheese at the time. It was like $30 a kilo instead of like 40 to 100, depending on what you're after. And it was so much fucking better. Like, I legitimately cried when I first ate that.
Do you know what cheese tastes like, though?
Sandwich in years. You what?
You know what cheese tastes like, though?
Yeah, I had cheese growing up. I fucking loved cheddar cheese with either Vegemite or with spinach in a sandwich.
Oh, okay.
So when I finally got to have something that was similar, it was like, this is the best thing ever. Yeah, my wife was like, oh, is it good? And then I turn around, there's like tears streaming down my face. It was like I was reunited with my true loved one, which is good food.
All right, so let's take a note. This is 1,250,000 here in the guild. Let me see on the actual ranking board if it's the same. Yes, so the guild one shows the updated total CP. It doesn't show
You've drastically cut down the distance between us. It was like 8,000 before. Now it's just over 3,500.
Yeah, I know.
Am I still within range of seeing you?
No, but I know you're within 3,000.
Well, wait, go up. Oh, 152. Okay, so I'm a little bit higher than that.
Yeah, it should change tomorrow. You know, I have the battle road. I'll just have that over like maybe 3 hours. It should max those units.
Whereas I think I've got one level left in a battle road unit for the current event, and that's it. So I don't have much room to move.
What about, okay, so which units do you not have rank 8? Is your profile public?
It should be now. Yeah, I changed to public. Everything B and under is rank 8. And everything A is minimum rank 7. Everything S is minimum rank 4.
That would be so much.
It is, but I still have ridiculous amounts of rank up materials, so... Well, it's like, you know how you made the point yesterday about like not farming Centaur because you could just do 1/3 rem? When I've made this current account, I obviously couldn't compete with a lot of stuff, and farming units was just going to be shit for like, hey, like gas bagging and things like that. So I didn't bother doing that. I basically got one copy and then just farmed like mats, and whenever it had double or triple mat things, I just put that over everything, and that's where I spent tons of my like juices and herbs and things like that.
So how'd you end up at the top of the Stam leaderboard for your guild this month?
Spending heaps amounts of juices.
No one else bothered this month?
Herbs. Well, they probably did, just probably not as heavy as I did, because I mean, I went ham on tomes and the rank up mats. So I had like, you know, huge amounts of herbs and juices, and then we were getting more each day, and I just spent everything. And then yesterday I had none at the start of the day, and then I had 36 by the end of it. And then I'm like, or towards the end of it, I'm like, all right, well, I'm just going to finish off that that very hard mission, and then made a bunch back doing that.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy. For, you know, how many of these
just sort by rank, and that'll make it a bit easier.
You can't.
The other thing is all new units, I just get to 8 no matter what now.
Yeah, you can't sort by rank on someone else's profile.
That's really annoying.
It is. So literally everything just B rank and below is max.
Yes.
It's crazy.
And A's already at 7.
The A's
So
are
I
at
have
7.
238 out of 200. Yeah, sorry. I think it's 368 I'm still at. So if my spreadsheet's still accurate, it's 238 out of 368 are rank 8. So 238 at rank 8, 130 at rank either A7 or S4 onwards, but not 8. Of course, huge amounts of these have battling roads and things like that, so I've just done them.
Yeah, I don't think I could put this much investment.
Yeah, there'd be that, and then some of the I've often had bits from farming where I just have a couple of good units, and obviously just really shitty units leveling up, depending on what it is.
And unless if they just decide to give you a shit ton of the iridescent crystals, like just randomly they just start handing them out, you're probably never gonna finish these A units, are you?
That's some of the problem, because the fact that not only is I've got a shortfall of 165 at the moment to get everything done.
You would need 165 iridescent crystals.
I need 165 more than I currently have.
Oh. Okay. Shit.
To get all the A's and the S's done. Obviously, there's other bottlenecks. Well, actually, it's probably just the orb, really. But the problem is that by the time I get that, or they start handing out more and things like that, they're probably just going to put another fucking rank thing anyway, and then be like, haha, S needs 4 now, and A needs 2, and B needs 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
Something shit like that. But like for ages, Iris was sort of the hard thing, and now Irises, they're just like every event, it's like, here's special missions, and like get an extra 50 Irises, and here's, 30 or 50 Irises in a fucking swap shop, and...
I'm sure JP complained, and they had to fix it eventually.
I don't know whether our swap shop's going to be the same as, there's...
Oh, let's see if my question was answered. Okay, so he's saying 190 and 18, and the shops have 40 each, is it? Can't remember. Go to the JP site, and we're going to hit events. We're going to hit second year precursor. It's 40 each, so we're talking 80. 3 flowers, 18 flowers every month from the thing. We're going to get 3 and 3, so not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Yeah, that's 24 flowers next month. That's enough for like 1.5 blossoms. 24 flowers.
But the Golden Nugget swap shop, that's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on with Gold Digger. Yeah, sorry, I'm just entering shit into my spreadsheet, so I know how much stuff to spend.
Yeah, there's not enough blossoming mats. There really isn't. That's kind of shit. I mean, there's more than just 2 blossoms next month. We're talking, if you have good units like Ricard as well is pretty good. So, Ricard, Hargon, Zoma. Obviously, the Zoma's the best. Then maybe you could argue Ricard, but I'd say Hargon. Ricard is just, 5 weight less, so there's little argument for him in some cases. He's a hero. I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, it's not just them. I mean, maybe you want to also do Peronal if you're a special kind of person who wants Peronal.
Well, I guess the thing is, like, Global's probably going to have to prioritize harder than Japan did with this stuff.
I just don't know what we're going to do. So next month, I only have access to 24 more flowers to 90 plus, like, what is that, 80? Was it? So it's like 270 more branches next month. That's it. I have to give 10 branches. I already know I have to give 10 branches to Bianca because I wanted to finish her bloom. May as well. So that kind of sucks right there. I don't know. Let me see. Checking a few things out here. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh. Okay.
What?
No, it's something I can't talk about. Okay. Alright, let's see. Ghost sent me a thing. Chateau to Noonda.
Wait, what did I send you?
That was a while ago. I just now opened the message. Okay. I'm gonna check Zoma then. Let's check Zoma on the, you have Zoma too, so this is gonna be relevant. Let's see.
Did you
Characters.
say I have Zoma too?
Yeah, you have him, so this is gonna be relevant.
Yeah, I figured this was bait. Oh, hopefully I'll get in with the whatever our version of the Golden Week shop is.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You got him. You got him already. He's practically yours. What is so weird? This is so weird. Why isn't it showing me the top characters?
Yeah, I found with that website I bookmark anything I find useful and write what it is, so that way I can just find it easily again.
I try to read the Japanese sometimes, but it doesn't always
No,
work
I
out.
can't read any Japanese hieroglyphics.
Okay, so here's Zoma. He's actually climbed up quite a bit on their list. It's pretty cool.
What, because of the frigid wave?
I don't know what they're using it for. But yeah, I guess. Alright, so Zoma, it should tell us how many mats he takes here. Oh, it's not. It's not telling us how many it takes. Okay.
Interesting as well, like the ones with physical brilliance or other random garbage like that makes no sense. And we've seen from Malroth that they can just put different nodes and random things in as well. With them putting like the increased chance to paralyze and stuff like that and poison. So I love whenever anyone's like, am I missing something or are these pointless? And it's like almost entirely pointless. Occasionally helpful if you teach them a skill, but otherwise, no.
Yeah, it's like, oh, here's brilliance on a physical ability. He's all typeless. Okay. Like, Clubber is one example where it's like, yeah, I'm not going to teach him I'm not going to do it. I'm not. Maybe later, if they have a ranged physical attack, I'll teach Clubber that if it has low MP cost and, like, AoE. Like, imagine, like, something with the AoE of Swoosh and, like, the MP cost roughly of Swoosh, and it's like a physical ability. I would teach him that. That would be, like, good MP conservation for him, and he could use his follow-up a lot for PvE, maybe. It hasn't come up like that, but, maybe.
Yeah, I can't imagine wanting to do that.
Alright, let's go to the blossoming thing, because this is not working. All right. Matt's farming. What are you going to talk about? Recommendations. Ignore the recommendations. Characters. We already clicked on Zoma and he didn't show us what we wanted on Zoma's page. How to bloom, talent, and recommended characters. How to bloom. No, let's. Flowering door cheats. Why are they calling it cheats?
Yeah, it's like a walkthrough, I assume, is what they mean. But yeah, they call it cheats for some reason.
It's very clickbaity.
Well, it's like, kind of, but I guess
Hyperbolic.
Well, I don't know if you call it as well, but like when I did exams in high school and that, you could have what was called a cheat sheet where you'd write
Yeah,
formulas and things on, and so I mean we have something similar here. It does seem weird in a game to call it that, but I mean it's sort of not unheard of for something here to be referred to as that.
Yeah, we have cheat sheets too. It's not.
Yeah, okay, so
That's like a shortcut. So that's different. Let's see. What do I want? I want units, probably. Then I'll click on Zoma. Maybe you'll tell me how many mats he needs. That would just solve everything. Nope. WAS database does not show. So where was I looking for this? I know there was a site that told me exactly how many blossoming mats a unit required.
I'm not sure, sorry. Extreme Swap Shop's only got just over 110k on it. I guess it was a shorter event for them. It'll probably be even shorter for us, or just have more overlap.
Okay.
Oh, did someone else click on?
It's Kage. What's up?
Oh, hello.
Time to get fucked, everybody. Let's get sped towards this new content update.
It looks like next month will only if you finish up until floor 40, right, for the blossoming door, Kage? I assume.
I don't even bother.
Oh, you don't?
I'm fucking lazy as shit.
Where do you usually stop?
Like 30. I just don't care.
Okay, so that's roughly like wow, okay. Let's see. If you get 24 flowers next month, 18 from there. Yeah, okay. It's not bad. Let's say you get like 12 or so flowers, Kage, next month. They'll have like 6 more in the shop. You'll probably get like 18 next month. Probably not enough for, almost enough for just like one unit to bloom, you know? So.
Oh, I've been skipping blossoming some units. I'm waiting for Zoma.
Okay, so you're ready for Zoma. What about Hargon? Do you have Hargon?
No, never got fucking Hargon.
Ricard?
I think I have him low awakened, like awakened 0 with like S4.
So what do your mats look like right now?
I have to check. Let's see.
We could figure out if you have enough for more than one unit.
Making me open the game more than twice today. I've got 13 flowers and 180 of those sticks right now for the S ranks.
13 flowers, 180 sticks.
Probably get some more.
13 plus 18. It's not bad. You should have enough for 2 blooms next month. You could do Ricard and Zoma if you wanted to.
I don't even think I'm gonna look now.
Ricard is pretty good.
I'll look. No, I don't even have Ricard.
Okay.
I've got the other chick, the
Bianca?
personal or
Oh,
whatever.
Peronal? Eh.
Coronal, yeah.
Eh.
But she's Zero Awakening, and I left her at S7 for some reason.
No, yeah, don't worry about her. I mean, there might be some events, so maybe. Did you bloom Bianca?
Nah, didn't touch any of the brides. Didn't even do the banner form. Still trying to pull a fucking second Jamirus.
Once when you do, you could use the thing for the third one.
Yeah.
That's the goal, though, right?
Can't believe I wasted my nature fragments on nature CP back in the day. What a fucking waste that was.
I might buy DQ3 True Event will be 90 days behind if my guesstimate works out. Someone goes, is that what the numbering event is this month?
No. Yeah, they're gonna do that. Yeah. You know what
well,
they're gonna?
Technically, it's
Wait.
next month, but why does this? What else could it be?
You
There's
changed
nothing
the.
else it could be.
Yeah.
You
There's like literally no other numbering events between now and then.
No, yeah. So and I don't know if you noticed this, Kage, but Malcolm pretty much confirmed something for me here.
Oh, that he's gay?
No, on the global feedback tab, he
saw
barely
it coming.
he barely responds back to people's feedback, right? He rarely responds. So he actually reacted to my post, like like one of the emoji reactions. All I did was like a summary of all the other feedback that I gave him in like simple bullet points. So I was like reminder 2, bullet point, update the Golden Week banner, bullet point, give us 1/3 reminiscence stamp cost on time, give us true Dragon Quest 3 on time, give us the 3 learned ability limit change on time, and he put a react on that post. So I'm assuming after reading all that, if true Dragon Quest 3 is on time, it would be this numbering event, and they won't put like the future numbering event ahead of it. You know what I mean? Because they could have done that. They could have, instead of give us true Dragon Quest 3, they could have gave us, I don't know, Brave Exodus or whatever it was, and the Summer Jessica stuff, and they could have gave us that event before and pushed off True Dragon Quest 3 up until 2-year. But no, they're trying to tie it with the 3.0 app, version 3.0 celebration.
So they really are going with what I said. They're trying to make people lose their free-to-play gems and spend.
I don't know. The way
they're pushing people into a corner.
I'll tell you one thing, and we'll know it when it happens if it happens. So with Dragon Quest 3, True Dragon Quest 3, they also had the 48-hour banners. But that was at 2-year, because it was a 2-year celebration thing. It wasn't part of Dragon Quest 3. It just happened to be at the 2-year. So they brought the 48-hour banners. Now, if they decide to tie the 48-hour banners with... if they decided to tie it with version 3.0 for the app, then that's going to be a really big free-to-play gem grab right there, because I'm not going to have enough gems to pull for it, first of all. I just won't. If they do decide to do that, I will not have the gems to pull for it.
Because you're gonna have to spend some money, you fucking bum.
Well, I'm not going to. I already have.
I was gonna say you spent like you bought 4 fucking paid banners yesterday, and then you also bought some
Yeah, I did.
weird one of those gem pack things for random bullshit when you were like drunk or retarded or something.
So wait, is he
Which
in trouble?
No. No, I'm
Oh,
fine.
didn't you buy some like blossoming map pack or something shit?
That
like
was the other day, yeah. Kage, you remember the what
so
was
like
it?
in
The
past
physical.
week, you've bought that pack and 4 paid pulls.
Yeah, something like that. So to finish Bianca's Blossom, and those are really good resources because again, Blossom and mats are kind of crunched right now. But basically, Kage, do you remember the what is it? The physical set, the breath set, and the martial set in the paid gem shop. So I still had 2 of those sets left. I
I
intentionally.
have one too. I need to buy for some fucking flowers.
I wouldn't buy it for the flowers. I'd buy it for the twigs. But yeah, I mean,
Oh yeah,
go for
twigs
it.
to flowers. Why not?
Yeah, it's like fuck the unit that's on it. Like they call it like a physical set, a martial set, breath set, but the physical, martial, and breath units all suck ass. So you're really only getting it for the blossoming materials. Honestly, for me, it wasn't even the flowers. It was just the twigs. And there's a decent bit of gold there too. And there are irises, but you know, irises aren't a problem anymore these days.
Right.
So I would recommend, I mean, people to get that before even, you know, doing the whole paid banner thing that I did. But I'm going with paid banners up until the crunch is gone on units that I care about. And it's not even to get every unit. As long as I get 1 out of every 4, I'll be happy until we're not crunched. And then I'll have enough, you know, I'm just going to spend all my free-to-play gems on Gold Week. Let's see your stream. I'm going to spend my free-to-play gems on Gold Week and the 48-hour banners, depending on when they give it to us. If they give the 48-hour banners on 3.0 instead of 2-year, I'll be fucked. I'll just be like, okay, no, I'm not doing it. But we'll see. I have no clue what's going to happen, so. But I'm pretty confident that this numbering event, especially given the feedback from Malcolm here, of course that's going to be true Dragon Quest 3. They're not going to shift things around. It makes no sense. So, I mean, if you do like a YouTube video right now, Kage, or record one later about the what is this? Something road? What's the saying called? It's a oh damn, my roadmap. Yeah. So you could do like a video on the roadmap, just call it for what it is. That's totally true Dragon Quest 3. There's no way it isn't. So this is what's gonna happen. We looking at the roadmap. Let me break it down. So first part of the roadmap says 3.0 Festival's Eve. That's going to correlate to the Festival Eve for the 2-year for Japan. So we're going to get it on the 3.0. So that's going to be Gildiga. You know, Gildiga's event with the Gildan stuff, the gold stuff. They might throw Golden Week with that just to make it kind of fit. And then early October, also, it says early October, coming to Reminiscence, we get the Dragon Quest 2, which means Hargon's Bloom's probably going to come with Dragon Quest 2, along with, you know, Ricarid and Peronal.
Well, they're going to do it in order, right? So it's got
Yeah, of
Dragon
course.
Quest 2 and Dragon Quest 3
Of
that
course.
are going to have the talent blossomings, and then White King's the only one we're behind so far.
Oh, I don't even know where they're going to throw White King. That's going to be weird. Oh.
The other interesting thing is early/late October, that means we'll get 4 units blossomed, and they'll all be S units.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen to White King. Because that was already supposed to happen. Or is that supposed to be alongside? Was that before or after Zoma? Not that I give a shit, because he's not a unit that I'm ever going to bloom, but you know. Any idea?
Oh, I'm busy playing right now. I'm not even.
I was paying attention to Duke and David conversing.
Duke and David. Okay.
Because Duke was saying we're only 5 S units behind them, including free ones, and I'm just like, wait, what? And then fortunately David's got in and given the list.
Yeah, thank goodness. Here,
Yeah,
let's
it's
see.
10.
I'm shooting shit right now.
Where did they post this? Let's see. Count it a couple times, but I don't think so. Standard blooms are blah, blah,
Just
blah.
the normal main chord.
These guys can't capture a fucking point.
What are you playing?
Gundam Evolution.
Okay. Okay, so a weep game. I don't know what it is, sorry.
That's okay. It's not turn-based, so you wouldn't know.
Yeah, it's too fast-paced for me. I'd get lost.
Wait. Okay, that's wrong. So, okay. This month's going to be over. And it's going to give me... No, okay, never mind. Yeah, never mind. Let's see. From BDs. There we go.
Times like these, I wish Rye was on the fucking play.
Where were David and Thing talking? Was it in the global chat, looks like?
Yeah, in main chord.
Okay. Okay, so Duke said we're only 5 behind, including free ones.
11.
Viking should come up in
11
November.
behind.
He is most recent
So
for JP.
it's 11.
Yeah.
We're missing not 10, so Dave missed one.
So you got 5 dragons, 5 bride, 3 from Dragon Quest 2, 1 from Dragon Quest 1. White King has 4. JP updates. How many units were? Who else came alongside White King?
Helion?
Oh, okay. So that's what you meant by Blossom units. I think Duke only meant 5S units, right?
Yes.
So the numbers that you're
He said
writing
he
here,
included free ones.
including free S units.
Yeah. So he's saying 5. Prince David said 10. There's actually 11.
11 S units.
Yep. Yep.
Seems like a lot. Are we sure? Gildiga.
Yeah, but some of them are free, so they come in at the same point as well. So we're not that much.
Oh,
behind
I
in terms
thought
of
you
it like
guys
that way.
were saying blooms. I didn't realize S units.
No,
Okay, my brain was somewhere else. Huh. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Well, it's just because some people seem to think we're actually a lot closer than we actually are. Like, some of them are like, oh, we're only about 6 weeks away now, or things like that. And you're like, not bees or other people, but a few people have just commented, and I'm like, no, we're like this far behind, and we've been sort of consistently making up a week every event. So this is literally how far back we are. We're not like a month behind Japan or something. Yeah, 3 were free, so 8 banners. Yeah, 8 banners behind.
Oh, eat that motherfucker. Fucking Zazabi for the win. That was a beautiful play.
Kage pretends he doesn't love me, but he also remembers that I like turn-based and hate pretty much everything else. So feel validated, feel loved, feel understood.
What do you like the turn-based stuff for? It gives you time to do stuff, or?
Yeah, a lot of the time. Like
So what are you gonna do for RTA?
Food or we'll have to sit and play it, I guess, or just not care about it too much. Depends on how much time I want to put in, how much time I have, and I don't really get caught up in the cycle of like, oh my god, if I don't have all this or the top reward or something like this, like I've just basically, there's not even point playing. I see so much of that where it's just like they either get really caught up in needing to have everything, and if they can't beat everything, they just want to quit, or pay a ton of money, and then they usually, do a bit of both, and then just come back anyway.
So unsustainably.
People do that. Like, I couldn't complete everything. I got to buy heaps. This is costing too much, so I'm going to stop. Then come back and then just spend tons. And it's like, you could just play and accept that there is some things that you're just not going to get perfectly done, or you're not going to get like fucking gold every week in PvP. Like, it doesn't. Like, I enjoy the game a lot. I think it's a fun game, but I think it's also because I don't get caught up with
I just
spending
don't care
tons of
about
money.
clearing all the content anymore. It's liberating.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. Like. I think that was probably one of the things that really did Nibs in. I know there's probably a few, but just the fact that, when he left and came back and, like, couldn't do everything and made mistakes with stuff, it was just like...
Oh, dude, he was trying...
dignity.
He had more units ranked up than I did, and it's like, well, how the hell did you do that from an account that was behind?
Yeah.
Doing that, like, trying to do things in DQT in a short amount of time is expensive.
Yes.
Like, the cost exponentially goes up. Exponentially. It's like if you just let it space out over time and it slowly catch up, he would have been fine. But doing all at once was insane.
It was this whole idea of like, I need to do it right now, and so then
I gotta be first.
Yeah, that's it. And then suddenly the cost doesn't matter anymore because you've just got that goal and you don't want anything else to get in your way. And it's like, I look at that and go, that's a stupid fucking goal. Like,
nice comeback. There we go. 1-1. Did way better that round. I can pretty much play anything. Turn-based, FPS, whatever.
Yeah, sort of the only FPS game, third-person shooter I play now is Gears, and at the moment that's just to help a friend with his achievements. That's the only one I sort of really get into.
Didn't realize you had friends.
Yeah, I have a few. Some of them are, actual people and not just animals.
Oh, I'd still consider them animals. They're your friends.
You have animals that are friends?
One of them is Scottish, and he definitely sounds like an animal.
There you go. Oh, this guy really DC on a 1-1? Motherfucker.
Let's see. Really?
Someone else responded to, is that what the numbering event is? And they wrote, most likely. Unless they throw the biggest curveball ever and give us something even Japan hasn't seen. That's super unlikely, though. I think super unlikely is understating it just a tad.
Where is this again?
Global says on the Reddit where someone's got October roadmap released and someone asked after I commented saying Dragon Quest 3 True event will be 90 days behind if my guesstimate works out. And then the guy's like, is that what the numbering event is this month? And I'm like, next month. And yes, it's the only possible event could be. Someone else writes, most likely, unless they throw the biggest curveball ever and give us something Japan hasn't seen. And I'm like, why even entertain that as a thought? Like, it's literally the only numbering event they've released since that we're not up to yet.
Did you see my troll post on the Reddit?
I did not.
It's Okay, it says, when are they going to update the shop? And I had the Mindini hot metal swap shop cleared completely, and it was at 9.
Oh, is that you? That was so good, because then, yeah, someone's like, how'd you even do that? I'm like, I've done that. Like, that's not hard.
It's the second time I've posted this, but this is the first time that I also had the medals maxed out, the event medals. And this was like, okay, so I posted this, what was this, 3 days ago? Is it still up? Is that shop still up? Oh yeah, there's 40 hours left on that shop. So basically, that must have been like yesterday or whatever is when the farming for it ended or whatever.
Yeah.
Something like that. So yeah, I had it completely cleared out like 2 days before it closed. And not
So
no, I didn't
you're
have it
pretty
completely cleared.
maintenance,
I had
know.
huh? That's one of my
I
alts.
thought it. I love you called yourself TropicalVisions as well.
I didn't. Trop's account wasn't posting one time. It wasn't working, so I did the post for him.
Okay.
And that's yeah.
But it literally said, if I click on your user, it says TropicalVisions. U/main_maintenance 2229. So it looks like it's Trop that's writing that.
Oh yeah, I kind of made it as a joke, but yeah, it's not Trop that did it.
Yeah.
This is funny. I ruined Trop's. If people think this is Trop, I ruined his reputation. Oh my god.
Do you think it was too mean as well when Trop was in his tank top and I just go into his stream and comment, "G'day muscles"?
Oh no, absolutely not. More of that.
He's whiter than I am, so it's just this like gleaming.
You have to
shade of
understand,
white.
Canada has no sunlight, so
It's just-
he gets.
He just looks so awkward. He's like, "Oh yeah, it's really hot in here, so I'm just wearing this."
Yeah, so he there's like no UV in Canada, so basically, so that's why he's so white.
Oh, Existorate Kage remembers anything he can use against you. Yeah, that's why I'm saying "G'day muscles" for Trop, because I figure if I mention that to Kage will also make that a thing. And then there's a bunch of people who with the in-joke and just call Trop muscles.
Let me try to find the old one, because there was another one that I posted that was the same thing. So it's hilarious. Let me send both to you, and I'll throw them in the chat too while I'm at it.
I don't even think Trop could afford muscles.
So here's this one that you just saw,
That's for sure.
and I'll send it to Kage too. Kage saw this one. This was pretty funny.
Yeah, no, I've already got it up pack.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the hood.
I'll look later fighting.
Yeah, I trolled the shit out of these people. It was pretty funny. Even Seb joined in. The only person there that noticed was Chase with his alt. I know it's his alt because he's saying stuff. Like, you read through the comments and it's like, "Hey bud," or why do the global player base just let them just spit on us? You know, like let the devs just spit on us. And it's like, you can't tell me that's not you, Chase. You literally say that.
Why are we not treating ourselves like the alpha males we are and holding Square Enix to account? Fuck those bitches. Also, have more money on stuff.
But
that I
he
don't know what you spend on.
literally says that phrase where he says, "Spit on us. Why do we let them spit on us?" And he says, "Sorry, bud. Hey, bud." You know, like, you can't. Why? Like, how do you expect me not to believe that that's you? It's like, you're making it too obvious.
Oh, I mean, that's subtle compared to some of the shit that we get on the Gears forums, where someone gets banned and then they just start reposting the entire same stuff on a then new account that's made that has no gamer score, no history, because you log in with a like Xbox Live account. So they've just made an alt account, and it's clear because it's never played any games, it's never played Gears of War. So and it's saying exactly the same thing as this person was playing before, and I'm like, this is very obviously you. And then you ban that account. A third account then pops up, and it's like, I keep getting banned for no reason on my alts. And you're like, well, this is obviously you.
But it's just so funny. I do this Reddit post, and every time you get like 50 people will downvote it, and it's like, like, how do they not know it's a troll? And how do they care so much that they're like, how dare you? You know, like, how are you this dumb? Or like, no, they're not gonna update the shop. What are you, crazy? You should be happy you cleared it. This is just so funny.
We'll just save them for now. Hopefully they add more to their shop later. Hasn't been wasted. Wish I could do something with them. They lose their value if I can't spend them. I mean, they don't lose it. They just didn't have any. But yeah.
And I'm like,
Well done.
What a fucking comeback. Whew, putting some work.
I'm like, hopefully they add more to the shop
You
later.
tried scrolling down here, right, Mag? It says all out of stock for some reason. Sad face.
And it's funny because Lord Giovanni posted on this one too. He posted on this one and the other one. Oh, what you didn't see. Hold on, this is what you missed. Anything that was downvoted to hell, go to the newer post, right? Lord Giovanni deleted this, but go to anything where it says like 11 downvotes, 7 downvotes.
Sorry, the newest one or the older one?
The newer one.
Newer one.
Yeah.
Sort by best, top, new, controversial, old, Q&A. Can I sort by all? Just have any of them?
Okay, so here's
Oh,
one.
here we go, Motorsport. Yeah, there's nothing left to buy. When are they going to update this shop? Also, I think there's a glitch. I can't farm any more event medals. What can I do with event medals? I want to redeem so I can't find anything. It feels like a waste. Yeah.
Okay, let me send this because. Hold on.
Can't get any more medals. Comment removed by moderator? No. You're like, which is weird. Must be a glitch. Yeah, yep, cool. No, I remember seeing this when you first did it on the day, and I'm like, this person's like either insane or just, having a laugh.
Hold on. Let me. It still shows the comment on Shocking Leads. What do you call it? If you look at his profile, it'll still show the comment. So let me show you the original.
So Quirky White was trying to tell you. So you bought more than 10. You can refresh once you get 10 crest orbs. Read the notice.
Let me see. Okay, so when are they going to update the shop? Blah, 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 blah. Here it is. 6 days ago, 3 days ago. Identifying members. Trying to identify members. When are they going to...
Yeah, okay. So I see some cunts telling you to change stuff to dragon orbs. Like, the comment got removed by moderator, but from follow-up I could tell that's what it was. So he's telling you to get, like, change your orbs to the fucking dragon orbs, so that way it'll refresh your shop. What a dickhead.
Okay, so Shocking Lead is the one that's, Chase. If you look through, it's like Bud, this and that. But if you look at Quirky Pipe, see, Quirky Pipe...
Yeah, Quirky Pipe's the one that's being an absolute cunt there. Just telling people, like, change your stuff to the 10 crest orbs.
He's telling me that. He's telling my alt account that. But
I know.
Quirky...
I know.
Okay.
I've got this up.
This is the comment that was deleted, though, from that thread. So that's the deleted one. And I guess that's everything that followed. But yeah.
Yeah, personally, it costs 1 additional orb, but it's definitely worth it, yeah.
He was banned, too. It was my guildmate, Seb. So, because he knew I was posting this thing. So I was just playing along with him.
Okay, good. So it's not actually someone in the community that is that shit.
No.
Jesus.
No.
Awful.
It was funny. It's obviously a joke. Yeah. And see, Shocking Lead actually realized it was a joke. I'm like, wow, Chase is actually smart enough to realize it was...
No one farms this crazy of a level is... No one that farms to this crazy of a level is casual. Yep, you can sleep soundly. Yep, that's fair. Give him an upvote for that.
Yeah, but that's definitely Chase. Like, click on it and go through the comments on his profile. Just read through them. It's just like, how do I keep getting found every time?
Well, which comment? Sorry, Quirky Pipe or the
No.
Chase alt?
Chase alt. Look through the Chase alt.
Shocking lead. Or shocking lead.
Shock leading.
Been there, Bud. Yeah, okay, so it's that.
Wow, Bianca's so good. That's something he said.
Shouldn't hear a mesh. Hero frags are ridiculously valuable. Well, I mean, it depends how much they've got with Erdrick coming up and stuff like that as well.
Just did this
Okay,
map a
so
minute ago. What the fuck?
18 days ago on the effects of the pace of global, he said, I don't know why people are okay being spit on. Why can't we get what JP got? Holidays don't matter anymore, so what's their reasoning?
Ban knows he knows, so if you want to check your awesome stuff, sounds like you've banned people just going with it. Oh, so he's like pretending to be some chase simp, but it was actually just himself.
It was himself. Exactly. It's funny because Kage commented there. A few other people got commented there, got banned, and he pretended to be just like relaying information and didn't get banned.
Yeah.
It was funny. But he's the actual.
Banned a bunch of people there. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, they banned a few of the people on the Reddit, I think, for commenting back there, or blocked. They got blocked basically on the Reddit. So I think Marcos blocked them on Reddit, but didn't ban them, just blocked them probably.
They totally blocked me.
Yeah.
Passive aggressive fuck.
I just find it funny because there was the chase alt right there in plain view. Oh my god.
Yeah, so the person sticking up for Chase specifically, and that is Chase. That's not really much of a surprise.
It's just like when Chase commented on his own video how handsome he was and how,
One of the best, someone put a suggestion on the Gears of War forums for something, and then it's like we get a notification if someone logs in from the same IP address, and then a new account logged in from the same IP address just to say how fucking amazing and smart the ideas were by this guy and he should be hired by the company that makes Gears. And it's just like, it was just like this self-serving thing, and I'm like, closing as you're making accounts just to tell yourself how good you are. I'm like, what are you doing?
That's beautiful.
Same fucking IP address. So it comes in, it's like, hey, there's a conflicting thing this person's posting. Because, it doesn't have amazing ways of automatically detecting ults, but some people are that stupid that it just gets picked up because they put no effort into it, and then... Or the best thing is when people have done it, used a VPN, and then left the VPN on while posting from their main account, and then it comes up and goes, this has been changing IPs, and now it matches to this other one. So then you're like, well, this person's put in effort, but sort of forgot which VPN or which IP they used for what thing.
Wait, you could do that all through Reddit?
No, this is on the Gears forums. It's
on the
not
Gears
nothing to do
forums.
with Reddit.
Okay. That's cool. I wish I could do that with Reddit. Like subreddits.
It makes it a lot easier to pick up ults. Even people are like, I'm too smart to be caught based on doing all, the VPN stuff or IP switching. A lot of them get caught because they just say that they're an alt. They end up arguing with people and they just assume a moderator won't see it. And I'm an alt for this and everything. It's like, alright, goodbye. Or they get into the same argument with the same person and reference stuff that the person has said to them beforehand, and you're like, that was with this different account that got banned, and then you made this one. Like, it just... People are very, very bad at hiding their ults. On it, like, it's just shocking. So, I mean, the way that Chase does it is at least a bit smarter.
Is it?
But again, I guess Reddit doesn't really have the tools.
Well, he's not an
all the shit
actor.
that I've seen,
Maybe it's because I'm an actor. I see these repeated phrases and stuff, and
Yep.
and that's just how I'm wired, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah, look, I see a bunch of that with the forum stuff, but I pay a lot more attention to the Gears forum than I do to the Tact Reddit. But yeah, when you see people saying exactly the same things or spelling the same words wrong, we had a guy who was like semi-illiterate and he's from Mexico. His English wasn't great, but like he'd start things with like, "Hello, ghost, my friend," blah blah. "Hello, blah, my friend," and so his account got banned, and then he just. Yeah, there's suddenly this account that's making exactly the same spelling mistakes, talking exactly the same way. And he was shocked. He was like, how did they know?
Oh no.
Like,
how did they know? Let's see what Kage's up to with his stream here. Oh, he closed it. He has his headset off too.
Probably had enough of us.
But he's still here, so that's the funny part.
Yep. But he's not here.
What is he playing? This Gundam game or something?
Something Gundam. Yeah.
Is that any good?
I have no idea what it is.
Yeah. I feel like Gundam's too before my time.
You're too young and innocent. Exist says it's fine, a little
Yeah.
like Overwatch. Okay, cool. Thanks, Exist. The young and hip one, compared to us. Played with him a little on Sunday. You played with him a little? As in you played the game with him, or you played with him? I didn't know he wanted a bit of a fiddling.
This is what you get with a Ghost. He's a very vulgar man. I do apologize for my viewers. For being blessed with his vulgarity.
I apologize to your viewers as well, but it's not to do with having me on.
Well, I said
Next time I run with Ghost, absolutely.
You didn't even hear the end of the line that I said there. You talked over it. I said I'd like to, what would I say? I'd like to apologize for my viewers for having to hear the vulgarity, for being blessed with the vulgarity of Ghost here. So I had a different twist there. Yeah, but the blossoming mats are gonna suck next month, even more so than this month, it looks like. If you give a shit about Hargon, Zoma, Ricard.
I mean, I'd give a shit about Zoma if I had him.
What about Ricard?
I think I have him, I might, I'm not sure.
Hargon?
Hargon, maybe?
I'd say Peronal, but I don't know.
Account and the old things, I can't remember what I had on each.
You get your own accounts mixed up? Is this why you keep like a chart, a spreadsheet, because you can't remember otherwise?
No,
or?
no, it's I ended up making a JP account just to sort of see bits and pieces of what was on there ahead of time, and then I never backed that up. Made a new one when BlueStacks stopped working with it and used the Moo one, and then now for real time stuff I made a different English alt just to see if that'll end up working. So yeah, I honestly really can't remember. For units that I've sort of seen once and then never bothered with, because they just weren't that great at the time, I sort of got them to 4 and then left it alone.
I'll just look through your account then.
Yeah, thanks. It's like you're my secretary.
No.
Hopefully there's not too many S units to unpack.
There's already one secretary in your household, and that's all there needs to be.
Me.
Exactly.
Yeah, but my wife doesn't utilise me for that fully because I've got a good memory for.
Then why do you have spreadsheets?
Times and things. Because this stuff I don't care about as much less important than being like, hey wife, you have this, or we've made this, arrangement, or go to see this people at this point. The problem is that my wife signs on for stuff for work, events or other random things, and then forgets to tell me. So then she gets a notification that day. It's like, oh, by the way, there's a bunch of people coming over for blah blah. And I'm like, fuck's sake, quick, I'll whip something up. I don't blame her. She's always had a bad memory for that sort of stuff, and she is, quite busy and running between. Well, it's technically 2 jobs, but it's through the one place. Technically 3. She has a clinic work. She has nursing homes to visit, and then also has 24-hour on-call hospital shifts, and then has her specific patients that'll be at the hospital. Rural medicine is a lot of work. I just wish you could sort it properly, just through the S ranks and things.
Yeah, I wish so too. You got Hargon.
These Garbatrons.
You got Hargon.
Cool.
He's 1 awake, so that's already worth it. He's like having a Zam Archdemon, but a little better. Quite a lot better, actually. He's literally tankier. He's faster. He does more damage. He does everything better. He's just 15 more
Nice.
weight.
Which
He
I think
heals
is with
himself.
2 more rem things, even more battle roads, so there's more shit I'll be able to level up.
Okay, so are you
my God,
behind
yes.
on any blooms at all? Or is there any units you were planning on doing before that you just are waiting?
I've got all but one under S completely done, and that one I'll just do at the start of next month.
What S?
No, 1A is the only one. Sorry, one under S. So I've got 1A unit that's not completely done. Everything else is completely blossomed.
Ignore the A
there's heaps of
units.
Stuff I'm missing.
Ignore the A units. I mean, like the S units. Which ones were you planning on doing for the S units? Like, do you have a Dread Dragon that you were planning on doing, but you put off? Do you have a Bianca you were planning on doing, but put
I
off?
haven't finished Bianca, and I haven't finished
Bianca? Where's the yeah? Where's the yeah sound in that? Where was it Bianca?
Bianca.
It's just Bianca.
Yeah, we
Even
said
in
Bianca here.
even in British, it would be like Bianca. Where's the yeah?
Bianca the wanker.
Where's the yeah sound? You're adding like a J or a Y there that shouldn't be there.
That's how we talk, sir.
It's incorrect.
Bianca.
Yes. Oh, come on. All right, fine, whatever. You got. Okay, so you got Spooky Valencia. She's okay. She's not awakened though.
No,
she's okay.
not.
But she's okay.
Who knows? She might still be in the Golden Week banner, and I end up getting more of her.
There you go. That's the spirit. So you could definitely try for her. She's good Zam single target.
I should probably finish off Malroth too.
Oh, you're no. He's kind of on his way out too.
Well, I sort of, when he came in, I didn't have huge amounts of, mats and that, and I did the, here's the 10% extra sleep, here's the 10% extra,
Someone like
Queen Boo, yeah.
Yeah, so you have her at 3 awake. That's already good enough to bloom, I would say.
Yeah, maybe, but
So-
again, what do I need that for?
GVG. Oh yeah, you guys don't give a shit about that.
I'm getting maximum gems every time and I have to spend nothing on GVG. I go against bots
That might
have
change
4,000
next
CP.
month. I think that might change, but yeah.
Maybe. Though I would tend to just remake another one
Yeah.
every couple of months.
Yeah, AW's resetting next month. We're not.
Good.
You could use Dread Dragon right there. He's max awake. He hits stupidly hard. You will never use. Do you still use KSS in Arena?
No.
No.
I don't care about Arena. I just play mostly bot teams and the odd stupid team, and get a fair bit of medals and have almost no effort. I don't spend much time on it at all.
Okay.
But I get through my 3 daily things and re-roll for a bot for the next day before you even finish one match. You out of Orbs Ghost? No. I'll check how many I've got left.
Oh yeah, you got Bianca right
11?
here.
I think I got 11. Yeah.
7 out of.
During a week.
It's my birthday.
She's
7 out of
level
23.
118 at the moment as well.
Yeah, she's worth the bloom for sure. Malroth.
Yeah, so I got
I
her
guess.
partway through.
Archdemon. Let's see what you have for Archdemon.
Archdemon's fully done. Yeah, he's fucking great. Same with Nightclubber. Those 2 are done. I've got 11 iridescent orbs currently. I mean, that's the other thing about not spending tons of money on this game is I also then don't have anywhere near as many S units as some of the people who spend a lot, so therefore I need less orbs.
Oh, Malroth is fully bloomed. You just need talent points on him.
Is he now?
He is.
Check.
He is 23 out of 23. Metal Dragon is bloomed. Fake Piccolo.
Oh no, okay, sorry, yes, I apologise, I have finished, and he's 293 out of 324 for the upgrades.
Blue Eyes White is fully bloomed.
Fake Piccolo,
Goreboy is
yeah.
bloomed. Elena.
I wanted to call him Gobby, but I thought that might get me in trouble.
Gabi. See. Yeah, so I guess you could do Bianca
You probably have quite a bit more units than I do, though. How many have you got?
for talent blossoming. It's kind of mixed for me. Let me see. I'll open it in just a second. But yeah, for you, definitely Bianca looks great. Dread Dragon. I know you don't do arena much, but heck, you have your KSS bloomed. You may as well have done Dread Dragon.
Bianca up more, but I mean, Gore Boy, I've got like, he just obliterates everything, so Bianca's so much weaker by comparison, but then I don't have her Blossom skill yet, so I haven't wanted to invest a whole lot in upgrading things, because I'm like, well, I'm probably just going to use a Blossom skill, so...
Yeah, so Bianca is used for some PvE, I'm assuming, so... Maybe. So Bianca's a good bloom, Dread Dragon's a good bloom, and for you, Hargon, for Hargon, it would be a good bloom. So those are your options, I guess. You wish you had that many units?
392 total. Yeah, I've got 368, and I have every single, like, farmable unit. So, 392...
I'm at 375. Now let's filter for the
That means you have 24 more banner units than I do. Then I doubt all of them are A units because I'm probably not even missing 24 ones. So that's probably why you probably got
Jacob saw the new roadmap. What's up, Jacob?
Quite a few good ones that I don't have. Like I don't have CGM. I don't have any of the L&N Luminary or Mal Luminary.
Okay, so here's my okay, perks. 23 out of 23 for Forest. Oh, I can't even go left, right here, can I? Okay, so let's just switch to Party. Party, list of party members. We'll add the Talent Blossoming. Yes. Here we go. Now I should be able to swipe left and right. All right, 23 out of 23. Malroth, 23 out of 23. Dread is done. She's done. He's done. Bianca's basically done. Baramos is done. Archdemon done. Clubber done. Dragon Lord done. KSS, done in the way that KSS would be done. Not all 23 nodes, 22 nodes, right? Giuliante never quite finished, but basically got everything that was important. True Form, he's done. Never use him, though.
I love True Form.
Don't touch Royal Reptile. Squidzilla's only missing one node. Didn't touch Halberb. Killing Machine only went 3 into him. Well, I guess Love Machine on mine. 23 on Metal Dragon. Used him way back when. 23 on Hybrid. Nothing. Hell Gladiator. Goresby, nothing on him. Dimensional, nothing. Queen Slime, literally 1. Nothing on Deborah. Nothing on Nira. Or him. Then it's just going into the A rank. So it's not crazy. So basically, I would say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like stuff. This row's all basically done. And then Giuliante's kind of part way. He's fully done. He's not touched. He's basically done. Not touched. Barely started. Done. And then nothing else, really. Like, if I had to mix and match, it's kind of like I had 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. About, like, 16 or so done. In between. Yeah. I have 16 roughly that are kind of done. 16 S units. I haven't gone too crazy into the A ranks. Only to the ones that matter. Batmandrill's done. Thunder Ghost. Boreal Serpent. Green Dragon. Haven't touched Cherry Evil Blossom. Living Statue's basically done. Striking Sabercat's been done a long time ago. Slimecicle is basically done. Gigantes was done.
I think the Cherry Evil Blossom's the last one for me.
Haven't finished my, I don't know what this is, Wordle? Not Wordle, Wartoys? Wartoys? Or something. Tortured Soul, haven't touched him. Jolly Satch Squash, haven't touched him. That's probably what's giving you a lot of, probably giving you a
Does
lot.
help as well.
Yeah, the stats. If you
Yep.
even just grab the stats, that's gonna give you a lot of CP.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm never gonna do that.
I have ones for the next talent blossoming battle road. I've got them all in each day for the daily to get them more
Realistically,
points
that's
and
gonna be your
upgrade the
biggest
stuff.
advantage over me, is because I will never go for some of the nodes on some of these units that I'm never gonna use. If I'm never gonna use these units, I'm not gonna rank up their.
I think my biggest
talent
advantage
points.
over you is that I have someone that loves me. That's not my mother.
And then we have. I don't know how that's gonna improve your CP, but you know, to each their own.
Oh, it just improves my life in general. You said my biggest advantage over you. I thought you were talking about in life.
In life, I have, I guess, a large support structure. You know how Armenian families could be, I guess, any sort of foreign families. Tight-knit cultures with a huge...
Inbred, got it. Ghost advantage is fluid and open sexuality.
I mean, he tells me he's straight and then hits on me, so
I
it's
am very straight, but people don't believe it. I've been called the gayest straight man ever. I'm just a shameless flirt.
He's yeah, he says he's straight, and then he proceeds to flirt with you in the same sentence. Literally in the same sentence, he'll say that he's straight and then proceed to, you know, hit on you, basically.
Yeah.
So this man is just bold beyond measure.
Oh my god, I found a crazy vegan thing I actually agree with.
Crazy? So it had to be it's a crazy position?
Well, it's from Peter, so by definition, yes. I've tweeted this out. It's come my Twitter timeline. I think I'll join this. I'll actually join this.
Peter who?
Peter, the people.
Oh, PETA.
Oh
God.
Yeah,
Ew.
the nutters.
It's time for strike on
God,
sex with
every
meat
response
eating.
is people just posting tasty meat back.
Let me see. The study shows men are responsible for 41% more climate emissions than women because they eat more meat. Yeah. Well, we also burn more calories too, so that's kind of makes a lot of sense. It's like saying men are responsible for more car accidents, and it's like, yeah, but they also drive more. So
or that, you know, they're responsible for more labouring job accidents are men or things like that.
No, yeah, but it's sad because
the thing that I agree with is it's time for a strike on sex with meat-eating men. I'm not going to have sex with any men that eat meat.
Because you don't have sex with men. So there you go.
Exactly. So it's easy. It's slacktivism at its finest.
But yeah, in America, it's weird.
Retweet this, like, sorry guys.
In America, it's almost like fraud because it's like they get to charge you twice for being a man because it's like, okay, on average, men drive more, so they get more accidents. So because men get into more accidents, the car insurance rates for men, if you write down you're a man, it's higher. If you write down you're non-binary or a girl, you're female, it just writes that you're the same. Writing, you could go through the what's it called? The evaluation. No, it's the what do you call filling out the form to see the quote, right? To see what the quote is. And if you just type in female or you type in non-binary, it could be like, you know, with like full coverage, it's like $200, and it's like, okay, just put you're a man. It's like now it's $20 more. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, okay, men drive more. Okay, cool. But it asks you on the quote, you know, for the thing, it's like, write down how many miles you plan on driving in a year. And it's like, okay, but I already wrote that down. So why are you charging me a second time for driving more miles on average because I'm a man, right? People aren't the average, and it's prejudice to, you know, assume that I'm the average. That I'm not gonna. I hate it when people think it's prejudice to say the average is this, because it's like, well, that's a statistical thing that's actually true, but it doesn't mean I'm the average, right? It doesn't have to be me. Maybe I don't drive at all. You know, like maybe I just drive like to and from like work, which is like a mile away. You know, who knows? Maybe I work from home and I just go to the grocery store once every week or 2 weeks. Maybe I order from Amazon and never go out. Like it doesn't make sense to charge someone twice for the same thing. It's like it's a scam. It's it just legally they can do it because they have the power to do it. It just because they can, right?
Well, I think the problem with those sort of companies, they want to look and go, here's any reason we can say.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with sexism. It literally
yeah.
has nothing to do with sexism. It makes them, first of all, look better with like whatever cause is of because it's like they don't want to be looked. They wouldn't do it to women, right? Like because that would look bad, right? It's like you could do it to men and kind of not be looked at as being sexist. So it's like it's not going to look bad. You're going to be able to charge more. They're not trying to be immoral. It's literally not. They're out to oppress men. They're not. They're out for money, and that's the only group that they could probably take it from and get away with it, right?
Yeah.
Like because a lot of men go really crazy with the men's right activism. You've probably seen a bit of that. It's a little could get a little nutty. I think in the
I've seen some bits where it goes way too far. Like we had a cafe in Australia where they only charged like a certain amount to women, because like women get paid that much more less than men, but you know it's not based on the same positions. It's just overall men, overall women, average earnings, and it's like a lot of that's got to do with the fact that, you know, women will traditionally be the one that'll stay home with kids and then interrupt their career, and then it's hard for them to get back onto hard-paying stuff. Because the same study also looked and found that lesbians earned actually higher on average than, you know, men. So it was this sort of interesting thing where there's a lot of complexity to it. It's not just as simple as women earn this much for every dollar a man earns. But this place was like, well, this is the average that we found from this, so we're gonna charge men $1, and a surcharge for basically being a man. Women have stuff cheaper here, and got a lot of hate. It was very marketable because it got them a lot of free publicity and everything, but it didn't make enough money. It shut down relatively quickly. And they also tried to present it as a win when they shut down. They didn't have money, but it was just one of those things that it's like, this is a very half-baked idea, because, you might get a few, people that go, oh, this is a really cool thing. Like most people just
But that's
go,
not
this
men's
is fucking
rights
stupid.
activism going too far.
No, that was female.
Yeah, I was
stuff where
talking
men
about
had
when
a surcharge,
men's
yeah.
rights activism goes too far, because it's like, it was true in the case of
I
like,
see plenty of that as well, where it's just like,
well, they're right with they're
have a
right with like
reasonable
divorce
conversation?
courts and like family court situation. They're right about that. Like, obviously, men get treated worse there, but it's like, and but it's when they cry oppression. It's like, okay, so the insurance companies are charging you more for being a man driving a car, because men, on average, have more accidents, but it's just because they drive more. It's like, yeah, okay, so that's not fair, but they're not doing. You can't say sexism. They're doing it. They're trying to oppress men. They're not trying to oppress men. They're trying to make money.
Yep.
You gotta frame it correctly, and that's the hyperbole is ridiculous.
Yeah, well, that's it. And the problem is that a lot of people with the cause don't want to go, hey, let's start from a reasonable position. It's like, let's just take sort of
Make the enemy as evil as possible, doing X evil thing.
Yeah, exactly. Make them a caricature. Make them a villain. Have a stereotype that you can fight against that's not going to fight back, because people don't really identify as that particular thing. Like, it's just... I'd rather it be from, hey, what's an approach we could actually use to improve, people's lives? What's a way we could, sort of get better towards, equality or equity? Do the most good while having the least harm. And, having a bunch of different groups fight each other is just pointless. Like, I mean, I think it's possible to, sort of improve rights or improve understanding without necessarily being toxic or horrible about it. Like, there's a feminist here that I follow called Clementine Ford, and sometimes she has very good points, but other times she has stuff like she, tweets out like coronavirus isn't killing men fast enough and hashtag kill all men and blah blah stuff like that, and it's just like, it doesn't, like there's no need for this. Like it doesn't put you in a good light for anyone that's even on the fence of thinking of whether you're worth listening to or not.
It almost, you take on the image of the thing that people are claiming that you are too.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And like a lot of stuff she posts or supports and things is great, and supports women and stuff like that. It's just unfortunately part of her brand is being incredibly toxic, and there's people that's I'm sure helpful for, but I think for the vast majority of people, they look at it and just go, this person is a nut. And then it just ends up, taking away from all the, really intelligent, helpful things that she says and, points out. Yeah, so it's hard. But, like, I don't think she's necessarily, just good or evil, as some people like, she's an amazing force for good. Other people are, oh my god, she's an evil monster. I'm like, no, I think she's sort of just a flawed person, that really cares about her cause. But often when people are really into a cause, they can't see the forest for the trees.
Yeah, I think people today, in general, probably, they could become fanatics, I guess is the historical term, but today I would just call them ideologically possessed, I think is a more proper term.
And it's so easy with just ease of access of social media and different groups of things. If you find someone that thinks like you and, or, has that and you feed each other, it ends up being a whole group of people that...
Yeah, you won't be properly socialized like people were, I don't know, a century ago or more, where they are kind of isolated from people with their thing, and they have to learn to get along with other groups that don't hold that view, and they're not the norm anymore. There's no that fringe group doesn't have a community, They wouldn't be all they would be so far apart it couldn't become a thing, because it's not a thing, and they have to learn to be properly socialized with broader society. And now they're not going to be properly socialized for broader society. They're just going to be isolated more, and then emboldened, and yeah, it's I don't know. Doesn't seem like future's good in that regard.
Oh, and it's hard now that the whole sort of social media's out of the bag. People can create their own little groups or WhatsApp groups, or they get kicked off a platform and they just make more, and then it gives them more of an oppression mentality, and I don't know. And that's why it's hard. Like, I don't have any problem with Chase as a human being, but like, when I see him going mental about the devs and they're just there to spit on us and hate us, and I'm like, it's just a game, man. Like, they're basically just trying to make money. That's their aim here. I don't think there's any sort of racist intent or
yeah, that's what I've been saying.
Yeah, well, hey, but people just then, it's very easy online to just assume the worst of someone. Like, don't have a charitable view of what they're saying. Don't have like a, sort of fair and balanced one. It's just try and think of what the worst interpretation of how they're acting is, and then apply that as a fact. And then, all you got to do is find a few other people that think like that, and they just feed off each other. And I mean, at least this is just for a game. But like, I've seen that from people that have, cared about, feminism, animal rights, different things, and they've ended up just going way off the deep end and isolating tons of people, because it just gives them a license to attack anyone with a slightly different view, because they are automatically evil and the enemy. Yeah, and I don't think it ends up helping anyone.
Yeah, it's funny, because he has all the tools necessary to know that they're not being racist, right? Like, in his prior experiences with Dokkan, he should know that Global makes more money in Dokkan. That's why they get treated better than the Japanese. He's admitted himself that Global is the better version for Dokkan. So it's like, well, if we made more money for Square, we would be the better version. It would be.
But I mean, if the idea is that the devs are racist because they give us a worse version of Tact, or don't care as much, but they give a better version of Dokkan, does that mean that the
It's not the same
Dokkan
devs, but you know what I mean.
I know it's not the same devs, but does that mean that Dokkan devs are then racist against the Japanese?
Yeah, they're self-hating.
Like, Well, yeah, well, that's it. If it's has to be this particular thing because we get it, worse. It's like, well, what about the game that you're using where they get it better? So therefore, they're just racist against their own people. I mean, it's obviously a ridiculous conclusion, but then it follows the same logic.
Yeah. See, that's what makes me think Chase just says things because he wants a thing. It's not, you call someone racist enough times until they give you what you want so they don't look bad, kind of thing. It's
I
like
think
that.
that's the attempt, or something like that. And there could be some logic to it. Like, I try and go so far harsh that they, the middle ground they try and meet me at's better than what I would have expected or thought I could get anyway. Like, I know people that have tried that sort of stuff, but you have to be pretty good at it. One of my brothers is very good at doing that. But you can't come across as like a brat or, like a toddler having a tantrum, because then it just makes people see you as being insane. Like, there's a very fine line to do that kind of thing effectively.
Yeah, I would say in his case, you should just knock it off because it's not. Yeah.
Oh, and I think I mean, obviously his existence isn't to be respected by me or what I think, but I thought if he sort of dropped that kind of mentality or act, I don't know, I think it's a bit of both. I think he'd actually get along with a lot more of the community and people would have a lot more respect for him.
Yeah, but he's been probably doing that strategy for so long, that it'd be hard for him not to do that. Like, think Tukey. Do you remember when Tukey saw that people were leaving him and were joining? They weren't joining me, but they were supporting me after I got kicked from his platform, right? I'm gonna call it his platform because it's not the Spanish DQT community. It's clearly his personal kind of thing because he's moderating based on his personal issues. So it's by default it's that. So anyway, people came to my defense, and people left Tukey. And they didn't leave Tukey because I told them to, because I manipulated them to. But in Tukey's mind, that's exactly what I did, because that's all he would ever do, right? So there isn't a way of getting people to do things, not getting them to do things, but just talking with them, and maybe they do a thing. There's no way of that happening without there being some form of manipulation, because for him, that's all it's ever been. It's like there is no other answer, because this is the only answer I've ever used, right? People have emotions. People have free will. No, I control them and I manipulate them. They do what I tell them, right?
Speaking of controlling, my wife
So
has come
if they
home for
stop,
lunch, so I'm going to go spend some time with
if
her.
they stop doing what I'm doing, telling them to do, and they're doing what he's telling them to do, then it's obviously the same thing. So anyway, see you later, Ghost. I'm probably gonna sign out too.
Love you.
All right. Anyways, guys, this has been the Pack, and if you want to join the Pack with Pack, go ahead and subscribe down below. If you like this video, then like this video, something to say, write it down in the comments down below. If you want to support the Arena Chronicles or the content on this channel, go ahead and share. If you want to see more content from this channel, hit that bell icon for notifications, guys. This ain't Twitch. Join Kage's gaming Discord server for all the best underground DQT conversations, and join my server for all the best DQT guides. Anyways, guys, this has been the Pack. Peace.